Reece James news. There's been conflicting reports in one, he's not too bad, two, he's going to miss the World Cup. Could you clarify the situation for us?
Well, he's due to see a specialist over the weekend. So until we get that information, there's not too much else I can add, unfortunately. The rest will just be speculation from my perspective. So we'll wait and see.
Can't have been too concerned at the time because he flew home on a budget airline.
I don't know. Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
No. It was what, sorry?
He's on his flight.
Oh, was he? Okay.
And it got worse since he got back then.
I don't think so, but again, we need to just check. There's discomfort, so we just need to check and see a specialist. So it's the only thing I know.
And what's he saying? Because most players have a gauge of how bad they're feeling. They've had injuries before. How's he? What's he saying to you?
Well, he spoke yesterday. He felt not too bad, but again, until you get these things checked, you never know. So we need to make sure we get them checked with a specialist, and then we can find the way forward.
Huge blow, him, England, yourself. It is something serious.
Yeah, but we'll wait and see. There's no point looking into the doomsday scenario yet. We just need to check and make sure it's okay, and then go forward.
Okay. Next on my injury bulletin is Kante, and reports emerging from France last night that he could be set to miss the World Cup with his hamstring injury. Where's he with his injury and recovery and prospects of playing in Qatar?
Again, he's due to see a consultant the weekend. It's a setback, so it's not good news. But anything other than that, again, at this stage, I can't give you anything more. But he's seen somebody the weekend.
Okay, and final update, just because it appears in an injury bulletin.
No, he's just progressing where he was. I don't think we'll see him before the World Cup in terms of playing for Chelsea. Yeah, looks that way.
Okay, let's talk a bit about Chelsea then. You said when you came over you were going to have a clean slate, give every player the opportunity. You've had a very good look at a lot of players now. Where are you in knowing what you think your strongest lineup will be and where maybe they need to do a bit more work?
Well, I think we've had quite a few games in a short space of time. So we've had to use the group, I think, as wisely as possible, which we've done. I've been really impressed with the guys. Their attitude has been fantastic. There's a few lads that still haven't had game time, but that's not necessarily because they've done anything wrong. It's just you can only field 11. So the main focus now is just trying to go game to game and keep progressing. I don't think we're at the maximum in terms of where the team's at. We're not. We're not at the limit, so there's more to come from the team, I think, and within that, there's more to come from the individual. So always keep an open mind, and then we'll see.
Kepa's obviously played every minute under you. How's Edouard Mendy been? Because he's always been, since he arrived, the first choice. Have you seen him react to being the understudy, seemingly, rather than the starter in the last few weeks?
No, he's been great. Attitude fantastic, supporting the team. Obviously, he was injured when I arrived. Kepa's played and done well and contributed to positive results. And we have a situation now where we have two really good goalkeepers and there's competition, and that's what you need. You need that to push each other along.
Last one, go.
Video this week emerged from one of your players, Damian, questioning big players and how Arteta maybe didn't manage the big players. A lot was made when you took over with big egos and how you would...
I haven't got a big ego.
I don't know, that's obviously otherwise. That was one of the big things levied at you, that you never really managed big players and big egos. How have you found the first few weeks?
I've found it really good. As I've said many a time, the players are open, they're honest, they're responsible, they're ambitious, they're determined, they want to do well. So far so good from my perspective.
You haven't had to have those hard, big conversations then with them yet. Are you ready for that? And do you think it's just one of those things you'll manage?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they're still human beings. You know, there's a media perception that you get to a certain level and they grow a second head or something and they become not like the rest of us. And it's easy to put out there, but the reality I've found it's not the case. I mean, at Brighton there wasn't massive amounts of big players, but Adam Lallana's won the Champions League, played for Liverpool for 7 years. Danny Welbeck's done okay in his career, and speak to those guys, I managed to do all right with them, despite their second head, because they're big players and got massive egos.
You made it sound very simple, but we all know it's not always that simple, Graham.
Well, everyone, I think that you underestimate in the Premier League squads, 24 players that all want to play, that know the consequences if they do well. So when you don't pick them, they're disappointed. Their ego's damaged, they're hurt, they're disappointed. People are complex in lots of walks of life. I'm sure you're complex in your own way. You know, it's just... Well, exactly. So it's not straightforward, this job, whatever the level. And so far we've managed it okay.
Right, thank you. I'm very easy, don't worry. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You've got a degree in dealing with emotional intelligence. So in terms of that, will you be using what you've learned throughout the years to maybe put an arm around these players who might miss the World Cup? I mean, for people like Reece James, N'Golo Kante, Fofana, you know, missing the World Cup was probably something they've been dreaming about since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and obviously I don't want to comment on the fact that they are or not, because as I said at the start, we're seeing a specialist and we're seeing consultants, and then we need to know what the situation is. But of course, if anything happens like that, then they're going to be disappointed. They're human beings. They want to go, but they also know it's a profession where things can happen, and they're competing at the highest level. You can't avoid these things sometimes, and then it's about dealing with the adversity, dealing with the frustration, dealing with the upset, and of course we help them with that.
I know you never had a chance to go to a World Cup, but were you ever in this position where you were a big game or a big match and you missed it through an injury?
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Anybody home? Somewhere? How are you guys doing? All right? Okay, dokie. So I'll be here for a little while. Talking football. Football. Hello, everybody, again and again and again. If you are in the building, do not forget to say hi to us. Don't be shy. Thank you for stopping by. So, we're going to discuss about the Premier League, match day 11, and also transfer news, injuries, everything that we have time for. We're going to talk football. If you want to discuss about La Liga, Classico, we go for it. You want to talk about the French League, we go for it. Everything, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Anyways, people, how everybody's feeling today? Good? All right. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the good stuff. You know how it goes, you know. All the good stuff, my friends. We can do it. So while I'm fixing certain things on the screen, you let us know if you can hear and you can see if everything is working from your side. All right. All right. All right. All right, people, so feel free to say hi to us if you want, or if you have a question You ask, I'm trying to fix something on the screen right now. Don't forget to be part of the show and not just watch. You know what I mean? You can comment. All right. Boom. Fixing stuff. Okay, so one thing is fixed already. The second thing is gonna get fixed very, very soon. Second one, we have to do this. Boom, boom, boom. How everybody's feeling about tomorrow's game? And what do you think about today's games that just finished not long ago? So fix. Looks like we are ready. We are so ready. So here we go. So I'm gonna be here talking to myself if nobody wanna talk. And I'll be talking first of all about the Premier League, what happened so far, Friday and Saturday. And then I am going to finish by talking about injury crisis at Chelsea Football Club and what to do to cope with the situation. So if you are in the building and you want to talk, let us know. Some likes and some interaction is going to help us, give us more energy to stay here or leave. So, Premier League match week 11. It was on Friday. It was yesterday, Friday. It was the 14th, October 14th. It was only one game. One game that saw Brentford beat Brighton 2-0. Ivan Toney scored a penalty and he scored another goal. So double for Ivan Toney, 27th minute and 64th minute. And Frank Onyeka, my brother, he had an assist for Brentford. It sounds the same, Brighton and Brentford, so it's kind of confusing. And Ivan Toney, of course, was the man of the match. That guy can take penalties like nobody's business. And people, if you can hear me, you have to give me some feedbacks here, right? Because I can't hear myself. So I depend on you guys to interact a little bit, say even hi. Yes, we can hear you. That's it. That's all I'm asking from you. So Ivan Toney scored 2 goals, 0 assists, 2 shots on target. One of them went at the back of the net. I don't even know if a penalty is considered as a shot on target. That is another set piece. Big chances created, 1. Key passes, 1. Okay, so let's see the voting here. Ivan Toney, 75%. More than that. David Raya Martin came second with 13% only. So if Ivan Toney don't go to the World Cup, it's gonna be a scandal. He need to be there with England, because he offers something that they don't have, you know. When Hurricane is not doing good, you put somebody handy and handful like Toney, and he can do the business. You know what I mean? And look at what that means for Brentford. Yeah, it means a lot. Ivan Toney. What a player. I'll be surprised if Ivan Toney is still at Brentford next summer. I think there are big guns out there. I don't even know what is his age at the moment, but I think he's still in a good age to get in the bigger team. Thank you, Herbert. Herbert said that he can hear me. Okay, let's see. Much appreciated. YouTube pop. Let me double check. Okay, it's audible. And this Dan Dubai said, yeah, after 1,000 years of me asking. But thank you though. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so now we're going to continue. We are going to continue talking football. Ivan Toney, I see him at Manchester United or somewhere. I don't really think Chelsea needs somebody right now. The young Broja is doing what he can do with the minutes that he's been given. I think Aubameyang is going to do some good stuff this season. And Kai Havertz also can contribute to goals. So I don't think really Chelsea are going for Toney. But anything is possible. Lewis Dunk. So Moepu, that was a very good gesture from Brighton. Enoch Moepu, who is forced to end his career at a very young age because of her heart condition. It's sad, really. It's very, very sad. But listen, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna find another job. Probably worked for Brighton. Why not give him like a coaching role with underage? Just keep him around and he should be fine. He will be successful. The brother worked very hard from Zambia to make it to the Premier League. But unfortunately, he needs to end his career for health issues. So, yeah. And for Brighton, the Zerbi need to be very careful now. He lost 2 games and drew 1. When he drew against Liverpool, we all thought, oh my goodness, he's going to do some damage in the Premier League. But all of a sudden, he's been losing games. So he need to improve. He need to improve because he was 4th when he took over Brighton. I mean, Brighton were, 4th, top 4. And now I don't even know what their position is. Let me double check on the position. They have to be very, very careful here. So if we go to statistics, what the hell? Brentford had like 27% possession. That confirmed that, listen, possession sometimes means nothing in football. 27%. And Brighton 72%. But they still lose 2-0. Wow. Look at this. Shot on target, 7 for Brighton. Only 3 for Brentford. But 2 of them went at the back of the net. Wow. Look at that. Total shot, 21 for Brighton, 7 for Brentford. So they dominated every single area, every single stat here. But at the end, is a EPL. So what the point of keeping the ball and dominating without scoring? You see? I don't know if the Zerbi is going to get the best out of somebody like Welbeck, you know, or Trossard, the way Graham Potter used to. Maybe he will need a proper number 9, you know. He need to bring his own players to implement his own style. So probably people need to be a little bit patient before they see something from the Zerbi. You know what I mean? Interesting stuff. So let me double check very quickly. So next up for them is going to be against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are struggling at the moment to even get a point. They can't win a game of football. Today they lost. And then they have to play against Manchester City. Oh my goodness. City against Brighton. And they're going to have to receive Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club. The last game of this month is going to be against Chelsea. It's going to be very tough for Chelsea because Chelsea are still in Europe. They will be traveling for the Champions League and all that. But we're going to talk about it when it's the right time. But for now, look at them. Interesting. So the last win was under Graham Potter, and that was on Sunday, September 4th. They won 5-2 against Leicester City. And then when the new manager took over, they drew against Liverpool away 3-3. And then for the remaining games, they just lost 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspurs and 2-0 to Brentford. Very interesting. Very, very interesting here. So, yeah, Brentford need to be very careful, you know. Okay, so we talked about the games on Friday. Now let's go to Saturday. Leicester City against Crystal Palace. Was very boring. 0-0 at the end. Nothing really to report. When you see a goalkeeper being man of the match, that means Leicester City really... Oh, man of the match with only one save? That's kind of weird. That's weird. I didn't even watch the game, but I don't know, kind of weird. Danny Ward was the man of the match. Oh, yeah, Danny Ward, sorry. He is the Foxes' new goalkeeper. So he had just one save. That doesn't show a lot. 39% because he made a good save, but it was really a very boring one. Very boring game. Hello, Mr. CS. What's going on, brother? Nice to see you. I'm here talking about football. Tomorrow is the Clásico, and be there because we're gonna be there. Real Madrid against Barcelona. Somebody is gonna get slapped. The last time it was at Bernabeu, where I think Barcelona actually beat Real Madrid away. It was like 4-0, 4-1, something like that. Ridiculous. But this time, it's a different ball game because Barcelona have a lot of injuries, especially in the defense. With a Piqué in your defense, and Marcos Alonso as your center back, that is a catastrophe waiting to happen. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. It's a Clásico, so anything is possible. Form goes out of the window, but let's wait and see. So I'm going to continue talking about this boring game here between the Foxes and the Eagles. Eagles of Crystal Palace. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was boring. I don't know where Brendan Rodgers is going with this team, but he must be under a lot of pressure at the moment because they're still in the relegation zone. James Maddison, very good player, but he missed a wonderful chance to put the Foxes up. Didn't happen. Patson Daka, my brother. So, yeah, man. Wilfried Zaha didn't do anything. Eze didn't do anything. Olise didn't do anything. So, I don't know. Patrick Vieira this season not doing as good as we all expected, because last season was like a revelation. We all thought that this season was going to be the best one. It was going to kill it and finish second half, top half of the table. What do I mean? But it looks like they are going to struggle a little bit here. I don't know who is going to get sacked the next. I don't know. All right, Fulham against Bournemouth, 2-2 at the end. Issa Diop scored and Mitrovic scored a penalty for Fulham. Dominic Solanke, that's my own boy from Chelsea Academy, made in Chelsea. He scored 2nd minute only. He was on the score sheet. And then Jefferson Lerma, 29th minute for Bournemouth, 2-2 at the end. Mitrovic, of course, the man of the match. Man of the match was Mitrovic. Let's see the voting system here. 1 goal, 0 assist, 2 shots on target. One of them went at the back of the net. That is being clinical. Key passes 1, successful dribble 1. So he got voted by almost 53%. Dominic Solanke, 30%. Bernd Leno, remember him? He used to play for Arsenal. Philip Billing and all that. So, yeah, I think it was a fair result at the end of the day. Bournemouth are doing better since Scott Parker was sacked. But they are not winning a lot of games. That's the problem. They are drawing a lot of games. So there is a big difference between draws and losses. Only 1 point. So they have to... I don't know if they're going to survive, but I put them in the relegation zone. I know that Fulham are going to stay this time around. They've been like a yo-yo team in the last seasons. Up and downs, up and downs. I think Fulham are going to resist. They're going to stay in the Premier League. So who is going down? We don't know yet. We really don't know yet. So people, if you want to help your brother here, you can just like. You can come talk to us, comment, send questions. There are so many ways of being part of the show and not just watch, So if you can help with some likes, the more you like, the more people are going to join us. Mitrovic, I think it's time for him to start looking for a bigger club. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted about Reece James. We all know that Reece James is going to be out for 2 months. No surgery. Is going to be a conservative kind of treatment. I think Matt Lowe already talked about everything. Fabrizio Romano is just well known in the football community, but he doesn't break news all the time. He will say something that's been said for 2 days, but people would think that he just broke the news. No, he just repeats sometimes what he already said 1,000 times or what other people already said. So we're going to talk about Chelsea and Reece James in the second part of this. I just wanted to take my mind away from it. I already made a video about it. So if somebody wanna comment about injuries and Reece James, and Mason Mount also is injured, probably not gonna play tomorrow, and all the good stuff. Great. That is a Chelsea thing. A Chelsea thing, man. Injuries, and this is where we're gonna judge. Graham Potter, because if he can pull this off, okay, if he can find a way of getting a result without key players, and then we need to trust him, you know, because being a manager is also knowing how to So Fabrizio Romano just repeated what Chelsea official website already said. He just repeated word by word. But of course, when Fabrizio Romano says something, people say, oh, Romano just said it. It's not a big deal. He's going to be on rehabilitation for 8 weeks minimum. And the way it is that sometimes you go for rehabilitation and then you end up by going through a surgery. So I'm not sure if that is going to be the right thing to do. He's gonna miss the World Cup now. Thank you, AC Milan, because they completely destroy our defense. They injured Wesley Fofana, and then they injured also Reece James, and they keep on complaining about the penalty was given and the red card. Those people came on the pitch to kill us physically. I'm so mad about it. So I kind of lost the feel a little bit here. I was talking about this game here, Fulham against Bournemouth, but somebody just commented on Reece James. 8 weeks out. I already made a video about it like an hour ago. Go on the green turf and see it. And Chelsea official website already talked about it, and Fabrizio Romano just copied and pasted what the website said, exactly word by word. So here we go, man. No Reece James. We have now to be creative. People need to be creative when it comes to selection and the lineup, because Graham Potter is going to be judged now how he copes with Reece James' situation. We saw how we collapsed last season when James got injured and Chile got injured. It was over. The season was over. So I don't want to hear any kind of excuse. We have 25 players plus the academy product for a reason. We have to try something different. Even if we lose, but we lose trying, you know. We have to lose trying something instead of crying and mourning about, oh, Chile is out, oh, Fofana is out, oh, James is out, or such and such is out. No. We have to be creative and we have to win games. Okay, so in the meantime, let's continue another game that happened today. Wolves beat Nottingham Forest 1-0. It was some kind of banter between official Twitter account of Wolves and Nottingham Forest. At the beginning, it was a picture of one of the players at Wolves sitting with some baby wolves right around him. And then at the end, when Wolves won, they put another picture with some funny stuff. I will find it and show you, but it was kind of funny banter between two clubs. So I'm like, yeah, don't talk too much before the game is over, my brother. Do not talk. You have to wait. You have to wait. I don't know what they're gonna do with Mr. Parker, Steve Parker. Parker? What the hell? Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper. They just gave him an extension. But at some point, they're going to have to act. They're going to have to sack somebody. So Wolves, Ruben Neves on penalty, 1-0. That's it. That was it. Man of the match, Mr. Jose Pedro the Sa. Okay. He had 2 saves. Okay. He's a goalkeeper for Wolves. And then he saved also a penalty. That tells you that he was on fire today, the goalkeeper. He got 63% of the vote, and Ruben da Silva Neves, 11% of the vote. It's going to be a long season for Nottingham Forest, I'm telling you right now. A long season, because they are paying a lot of money. Like Jesse Lingard is on like almost 200k a week. They bought everybody around the sun from every nationality. I said it from the beginning. You don't change too much in a team like that. You don't buy 23 players, expensive players. They wanted even to buy Michy Batshuayi the last day because paperwork didn't arrive on time. They were going to be stuck with Michy Batshuayi by now. So Steve Cooper, I don't know what is his future, but I think they are preparing already to survive in the championship. Well, when you go to a championship from the Premier League, they give you the parachute pay. They still pay you the same amount of money as if you were in the Premier League. So that will help you if you are smart to come back to the Premier League, because you got more money than anybody in the championship. But if you miss the first season, the second season, oh my goodness, it's always difficult to come back. You have to come back immediately or you're going to struggle, because you have only one parachute payment, 1 year of parachute payment. So I don't know what they're going to do with big wages. They have to pay. You have to pay people on long-term contract and a lot of money. I'm still waiting for a golazo from Diego Costa. I will celebrate that goal just like if he scored for Chelsea Football Club. You know, Diego is our boy, no matter what. Diego, do you see the reception he got? And I heard that Nuno, actually, Espiritu Santo, is coming back to Wolves. He signed for Saudi's team or somewhere in the Middle East a few months ago, and then they are trying to get him back. I'm like, He's the man of the situation. But why did you sack him to begin with? They said the football was boring and it was time to take the next step. And then they brought somebody. What's his name again? Bruno Lange. And then he was sacked. So what the point of sacking Mr. Espiritu Santo? Mr. Holy Spirit. Yeah, Herbert, I get your point, but I wanted Reece James to go on. I wanted him to go for his country, play for his country, though. I wanted him to go to the World Cup. It's unfair, man. It's unfair. Lucky for Chelsea, James is out. No, it's not lucky, really. You don't wish any kind of bad. I don't see any luck by a player getting injured. Because there is no guarantee that after the rehab, you're going to be 100% fit. I've seen people going through the rehab or the natural healing thing and come back even worse, and they decide even to go to a surgery. It happened to Ben Chilwell. Last season, we wanted to treat it naturally. And we wasted like 8 weeks waiting, and the last minute we decided to go for a surgery. Just imagine if we went for surgery immediately, he was going to be back like earlier than he was last season. So yeah, this World Cup, I don't know, it doesn't look good. Pogba is doing some spelling some curse to everybody. The French national team, the entire French national team now is injured, bro. Literally, Kante is not gonna be there. Fofana not gonna be there. Hernandez, one of the brother Hernandez, is struggling with injuries. Kunde is struggling with injuries. It's awful. Martial struggling. I don't know how it's gonna be, man. I don't know this World Cup. And today, I saw even Richarlison coming off. I pray that he's good, but it doesn't look good, man. And it's this bloody World Cup in the middle of the season. It's just like no sense. If it was in July or June or whatever, we were going to be back in business as normal. Now they have to take a break and go to the bloody World Cup and come back. It's just annoying. I feel for James, man. I feel for anybody that is not going to the World Cup. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna feel good about it, because you have to go. That is a dream for every player to go to the World Cup and play for their countries. And England are gonna go with somebody like Trent Alexander-Arnold, because he's gonna be fit in 1 week from now. He's back, and then they're gonna get smashed because Trent is horrible on defending. Walker also is struggling with an injury. So the next thing you know is Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back again in the England national team. So yeah, man. Herbert said that I want to see them play the World Cup, but not at the cost of our club. Chelsea can rotate 7 players and still win 3-0. United can't even rotate 2, let alone 7. Yeah, I know, I understand your point, but I really want to see players in the World Cup for their countries, but it is what it is. And there is no guarantee. If it was a case like, let's say, Erling Haaland is not going because they didn't qualify, that is another case. But missing the World Cup because of an injury and hoping, when you are in rehabilitation, that is not like taking a break, because you have to walk every single day. And then you have to, when it's done, you have to walk to the fitness to be match fit in order to play for your club. So that is completely different than somebody who didn't qualify, you know. Let's wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow. If Graham Potter can pull it off, find a way of copying without James, without Fofana, without Kante. That's what we're waiting for. We want to see the coaching side of every manager playing for Chelsea Football Club. You know, not give any excuse about, oh no, Chile is not there, or Kante is not there, and no. We are Chelsea Football Club. We have 25 players for a reason. They are paid tons of money. They have to perform. Find a way to use Zakaria. Find a way to use whatever. Ruben, Loftus-Cheek. Find a way to use Gallagher. Find a way. Even if we fail, but we try something different. Don't continue to do the same and expect a different outcome. So let me read some more comment here. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Much appreciated. You guys can participate in many ways. You can also like. It's Sunday in certain countries. Already Sunday, probably in Australia somewhere, but still Saturday in many countries. So it's always 5 o'clock somewhere else around the world, right? So if you're already Sunday, happy Sunday to you. Saturday, happy Saturday. Or you are in one planet, it could be another day. Why not? Chelsea Blues said, Mbappe to Chelsea soon. Haaland against Mbappe. That is another discussion we're gonna have. Do we have money to afford Mbappe? Well, Americans, if they wanna sell their brand, they know how to get the money out of Mbappe. Mbappe is a big brand here in America. Who knows? Are you gonna afford to pay him $1 million every single week? I don't know. It's gonna be difficult though. It's gonna be very, very difficult. Todd Bowley got money, but listen, that is investment money, bro. It's not all his money. You need a return to your investment. So if Mbappe is gonna help him to grow his brand and make more money, that it could be done. I think. Listen, Bowley is not shy of spending money on big names, on like big names, because he spent the most money here. You know that he got some shares at Lakers, right? So they got LeBron James and all that. And for the Dodgers, they pay, the payroll is more than anybody in America. So they know how to spend money to make money out of it. So I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's gonna be very difficult to like pay Mbappe $1 million. How much are you gonna pay him? I don't know, but it's possible if he can also produce some money for Chelsea though. Let me see here. Imagine Haaland is going to be staying back and fresh and injury free. And other strikers are gonna be drained and tired at the World Cup. Yeah, that is a good point, and that is scary, bro. That is very scary to even think that brother, he's gonna have 2 weeks off, according to Pep Guardiola. I was watching his interview or his press conference. He said that brother is gonna have 2 weeks off, so he can travel, he can go watch some World Cup games, he can go in somewhere where it's sunny and enjoy the beach and relax. The second part of the Premier League is gonna be deadly, bro. That brother, Haaland, could score 40 goals. Refreshed, relaxed, healthy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy of defenders. That guy is gonna do some damage. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Chelsea Blues say that Todd Bowley is willing to get Nkunku, Bellingham, and Mbappe, let's wait and see. Never say never in football, my friends. We might go to the Galactico Chelsea. It's possible. It's possible. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Mbappe is going to be very difficult. If Real Madrid want him, the fans don't want him. They want to go for Haaland. So Mbappe options are going to be really very limited because Liverpool are not going to pay him that kind of money. They don't pay that kind of money. Todd Boehly is big on big names, big brands, you know. That is a possibility. Italy, I don't see anybody that will pay Mbappe that kind of money. So yeah, it's still a possibility at Chelsea Football Club. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. It's difficult though. Imagine if Brazil against England final and England lose. Just imagine the mental strength, the mental strain on players who then have to go back to their club. Yeah, I completely understand that. Look at how they looked after the Euros, right? After the Euros, they were down. Declan Rice was like a 5 years old. He couldn't tackle anymore. The body language poor. Mason Mount the same. It took them a little bit time even to start performing good with their clubs. So the World Cup can really dent your confidence a lot. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Koulibaly, Pulisic, Mount, Eriksen, Casemiro, Varane. Yeah, Varane, let's pray, fingers crossed that he's going to be fit though, because he's always injured somehow. This guy will be playing all in the World Cup games. I am really worried. It is what it is, people. There's nothing you can do about it. So let me jump to the last game of Saturday. I was watching it because Frank Lampard, of course, and Antonio Conte. Lampard don't have killers in front. Onana, what's your name? Onana. The chances that brother missed today. Dominic is not 100% fit yet. He's from a bad injury that took him for month and month out. Lampard is not lucky, man. And the second half, Tottenham Hotspurs came all gun blazing. All gun blazing. Completely destroyed them. A stupid penalty from Pickford. And Pickford was good. He was saving impossible saves, but at the end, yeah. And he will be yeah, it will be always like turn from like hero to zero. All of them, like they would do such a good job, and at some point they're gonna lose the ball, like they're gonna do some stupid stuff to lose the game at the end, which is very sad. Even against United, you know, he will be score and then give the ball away. You don't do those kind of tricks when you face somebody like Casemiro. That guy is a winner. He's been winning, and that guy knows, he got experience and all that. He tried to do some tricks, got punished immediately. So United got the players who can get you the job done. Iwobi been good, but also been giving the ball away a lot. Frank Lampard completely changed Iwobi, took him to the next level, but he need to improve defensively and stop trying to be JJ Okocha at every single action. Yeah, we understand that he is JJ Okocha's nephew, but you're not gonna get to the level of JJ Okocha. JJ Okocha is unique. There's nobody that can get to that brother's level. The way that guy can dribble past people is just that is the kind of players that you pay the money to watch. JJ Okocha. There are no two JJ Okocha in the world. He's unique. So yes, I understand it's a family thing. Stop trying to be JJ Okocha. Keep it simple. One touch, two touch, go. be efficient, do the job. So so Lampard really, like, they were very good. They've been having like the best defense in the league, and all of a sudden individual mistakes always, like, they got punished in just like an inch. Kane, of course, man of the match, 1 goal on a penalty. He got 4 shots on target, and Pickford was amazing until he gave away that stupid penalty. From hero to zero. Ken was on fire, but the second half, Ghana Gay also giving away some stupid fouls, not marking people properly. I don't know, man. Individual mistakes. So Ken, man of the match, 61%. Perisic, 15%. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who scored the last goal, of course. Yeah, man, Lampard, the record is falling apart. The Chelsea disease is following that brother. Oh, man, Mike Doherty. And Højbjerg is a soldier. He's a fighter, a warrior. Antonio Conte, of course, he's gonna frustrate you, and then score a goal, close the shop, game over. But the second half, you have to give him some credit because he didn't really park the bus. The first half, yes, it was park. The second half was completely different kind of ball game. They had so many shots on target, even Son couldn't score. Pickford, man, he almost saved that penalty, but his hands are very short. Dived the right side, but was missing, some inches to save it. So Pickford, man, I don't know. He's a very confusing one. Some games he's gonna be like out of this world, especially with England. And in the club level, of course, he's gonna make some saves that you say, wow, how did you do that? And he's gonna just do some stupid stuff just to concede a goal, an own goal, or just something. Let me read a few more comments here before we finish this this Premier League roundup of Friday and Saturday. If you have a comment, you have to tell us. Somebody, Mr. Chelsea Blues, say, we don't need Mason Mount. He is average. Okay. He is average player. And Nkunku will bench him. Let's wait and see. That's what you all said when we signed Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz will bench Mason Mount. Mason Mount is not happy that Chelsea are signing expensive players. What happened? Every manager loves Mason Mount. You can make whatever theory you want. How do you know that Nkunku is going to be killing it in the Premier League? You say the same for Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Nobody even is close to the level of Mason Mount. Nobody is as versatile as Mason Mount. So you keep making theories and narratives. Mount is just going to continue to prove people wrong. It's the same narrative, copy and paste on social media because he's English and he's from the academy. But nobody is telling you that Nkunku is going to come and kill it. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I want him to succeed. I want him to completely destroy Mount and everybody and score 1,000 goals. I want him to do good, but don't come here and try to sell us the fact that, oh, he's going to do this and that. In the Premier League, you don't find those kind of gaps and space that he's getting in the Bundesliga. You have people really following you where you go. So I don't get too excited anymore about signing people, Bundesliga, La Liga, French League or whatever. you have to prove it in the Premier League. Okay, let me read a few more comments. Mr. Noveni said that I think you are talking nonsense. Sorry. Anyways, talking nonsense about what? I don't even know what the topic I was talking nonsense. And does your parent like teach you how to respect people? Like you like greet people and be nice to people? Somehow you telling me I'm talking nonsense about what? Your nonsense might not be my nonsense. You know what I mean? We see the world differently, so a little bit of education here is gonna be nice instead of yuck. If you have your own problems, just pray and go to sleep instead of try to poison my channel and to poison the environment. I'm here to have fun. You can give your opinion, that is good, but when you come and call people nonsense, that is not nice. How about Gordon Fella, who Chelsea were going to pay big money, has been benched for the last 3 games. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Probably he's not performing good since the transfer saga. But listen, Frank Lampard is benching him for a reason. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. It was 2 teams that parked the bus, then Spurs got a penalty. You didn't watch the game. Nobody parked the bus. I watched the game from the beginning to the end. The first half, Tottenham Hotspurs parked the bus, and Everton were pushing. But the second half, I can't tell that nobody parked the bus. They went for it the second half. Herbert said Chelsea have 60-70 million. Gordon, I can imagine you lot buying Bellingham considering your midfielders are all old. Yeah, Bellingham been in the conversation for the last few weeks. Let's wait and see. But Bayern Munich are in the conversation. Real Madrid are in the conversation. Liverpool are in the conversation. Manchester United, Manchester City. I heard that even Erling Haaland want him at Manchester City. So it's gonna be a big fight. Spurs play boring football. We all know that, but not always. Sometimes they can go for it. They can entertain people a little bit, but sometimes they are just boring. You're right. But today I watched the game from the beginning to the end. I didn't see anything boring there. I think they went for it. Mason Mount is Chelsea McTominay. Every manager loves him. Yeah, every manager besides the online expert who don't watch football, but they know everything about football. They are just ready to insult though, but they don't watch football. It's all about narrative and theories. Bro, you got cooked on one Chelsea fan channel to spreading toxic positivity. I don't want to hear it. They talk about me because they are not in my level. So to get some attention, they have to attack somebody. Why then? I don't talk about people in my channel, and I don't want to hear it. I know it every single day. You have to attack the big guy to be the big guy. So I got cooked. You say whatever you want. I don't know you, so what the point? Listen, you don't put yourself in this position if you don't want to be criticized, right? That's the way it is. Spreading toxic positivity. What positivity mean toxic? What that even mean? That you are contradicting yourself. If you are positive, you are positive. You are negative, negative is the toxicity. For me, being positive, that is, I can't always please people or tell people what they wanna hear. You know, if you believe in buying expensive players and then ditch them after a few months and call them flops, no, I don't believe on that. I believe on project, long-term project and long-term success. So that's the way it is. So yeah, it is what it is. I can't help them. I don't mention anybody in my channel. They mention me because they know who I am. I don't know them, so what's the point? It looks like they are lacking argument to make a show without mentioning people or insulting. So that is what they are able to do, not me. So tomorrow, Sunday, or today Sunday, if you already Sunday in your country, there is Aston Villa against Chelsea Football Club. What a game, huh? What a game that is going to be. Leeds United against Arsenal. Wow. Wow. And Manchester United against Newcastle. Wow. I don't know why they put like main event, if you know what I mean by main event. Big teams all on Sunday. I don't understand that. I think they could have put few big games also. Well, Tottenham also was a big game, but you know what I mean? If they put like Arsenal on Saturday or Chelsea or Manchester United or Manchester City. But it looks like it's going to be big games together on Sunday. Many big games. And tomorrow is going to be El Clasico in Spain, and also another Clasico in where? In France, Marseille against PSG. So tomorrow is a big day. So many big games. And we have here Southampton against West Ham. And then let's see here. Liverpool against Manchester City, of course. So this game is gonna be really tough. Klopp say that City can do whatever they want. They spend a lot of money and all that. So it's kind of mind game, but also Liverpool also are spending a lot of money. Nouman is 100 million. Haaland is like 60 million. Van Dijk 75. So they spend money, but I just don't like the way that Klopp always try to cry just like a victim. Like, okay, look at us. We don't have money. Feel sorry. Please look at us. I don't like that kind of behavior. He attacked Chelsea so many times in the past under Roman Abramovic, oligarch and all that. He said horrible stuff about Chelsea. Now he's attacking City. I don't know why. He said that the day I will pay, I don't know, 100 million on a player, I will leave football, something in that sense, right? And then all of a sudden he bought Nouman. Yeah, he criticized when Pogba was signed, and he said, I will be long gone by the time Liverpool start spending that kind of money on a player, on a football player. And all of a sudden, you spend the same kind of money. So, I don't know. I think he's trying to divert attention from his own issues and put them on... Sorry. There's an ambulance outside. Okay, so he's trying to just like take attention from the real issues and blame somebody else. You know, don't tell me that all your players are, not just because players are expensive that they are good. Sometimes the players like Mo Salah that they bought like for 35 million, something like that, he can perform better than 100 million player. So he need just to focus on like fixing his own issues instead of like trying to take attention from his own issues, coaching issues. All right. Klopp is speak through. He can't get the midfield they needed, but they got Alta Melo on loan. They still have Keita. They spend 100 million on Nounes. So with that money, they could have had two excellent players in the price of one. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you don't know how to manage your money, don't blame other people. In the last years, remember they wanted to go for Timo Werner. Timo Werner was around 60 million. They couldn't pay for him, and they went for Diogo Jota, you know. And Diogo Jota performed better than Timo Werner overall. So what I'm trying to say here is like you can be smart and get the same quality player instead of expensive. Expensive players don't necessarily mean that he's going to be a good player. You know what I mean? That is the point I'm trying to make here. All right, so yeah, we finish with the review for Friday and Saturday. Now we're gonna wait until tomorrow. You know, tomorrow, many other games that we're gonna have to talk about. Let me now move. So I made a few videos early on talking about Romelu Lukaku. He might be coming back to Chelsea Football Club because he's not performing good at Milan, at Inter, and the coaches are not happy about how he lost his form at Chelsea Football Club, kind of. So you have to keep an open mind here, because if they refuse to take him for the second year on loan, they want to send him back. There's nothing you can do about it. You can complain. You can say no. But at the end, you and me, we're not going to make any decision about it. It's going to be coming back to Chelsea Football Club, and you're going to pay him a lot of money. Big up, Steve. Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. You know, the hate on social media, you know how it goes. People attack you for giving your opinion, but it's all good. If you put yourself in this kind of position, you must be mentally strong to do it. So, I'm doing good. So, yeah, Romelu Lukaku, And this is from David Onstin here, Chelsea. And Chelsea also put an official statement about Reece James. He's going to be out for 8 weeks. That means the World Cup is over for James. He's going to try to heal naturally. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Because you don't want to waste like 8 weeks and then decide to go a surgery after that. Very sad. I feel for Reece James. I feel for the boy, man. I feel for the boy. So I always miss your live, but I watch every single video for big channel. Yeah, you know, live stream, I do it for people and depend of my schedule too, you know. If I have time, I can go live. If I don't have time, work, family first and all that. But yeah. Not a good news for Reece James. Yeah, of course, it's not. We need to sign a wing back in January. Interesting. Who is coming through your mind? What wing back we have to sign now in January? You know, Livramento, if Livramento was fit because he just had an ACL injury, he's coming slowly and surely. If he was fit, I think Chelsea were going to activate the buyback clause because that boy was awesome before the injury. It's unfortunate that, oh man, I don't know why we always got like the worst injuries from our fullbacks and wingbacks. Lamptey also is injury prone kind of player. We know how to develop wingbacks, but they have a lot of injuries. I don't know, man. They have a lot of injuries. And don't tell me we have to go for somebody like Hakimi. Hakimi is good going offensively, just like Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's awful defensively. So we're looking for somebody who can be more balanced, you know, offensively and defensively, you know. So it's going to be very interesting to see which one. And probably we might have somebody already in the academy or in the loan army or in the team already that we can use. And I'm not talking about Cesar Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta can give you something, but I don't think he's gonna handle 30 games, you know. His age and all that is gonna be very difficult, you know. It's going to be very difficult. Benjamin Pavard would be better, or Dumfries. Listen, Pavard is my boy, right? Pavard is my country boy. I don't really believe. I don't rate him at all. The guy made his career out of one goal in the World Cup. He scored a wonderful goal against Argentina, I think. And since then, he's untouchable. What a goal! The best goal in the World Cup 2018. Since then, he's been untouchable in the national team. So I'm not sure about Benjamin Pavard, Dumfries is a good shout, but I don't know how much it's going to cost. And they're still in the Champions League. I don't think Inter are going to sell somebody in the middle of the season. I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do in January. Or it's going to be Ruben as a wing back. The problem with Ruben is I've never seen... He always cross like low. He can dribble and cross the ball low. But I've never seen him like crossing. If you are a full back or you are a wing back, you need to cross the ball nicely like Reece James. But temporarily we can get something out of Ruben, or even out of Chalobah. Back in the day in the academy, he used to play in that position. Now I don't even know how Sterling is doing. I'm not talking about Raheem Sterling. I'm talking about our Sterling from the academy. He's at Blackpool, right? I haven't watched him this season. He was injured and all that. Dujon Sterling also can do good from that position. I'm confident that Mr. Graham Potter is going to find a solution. Okay, if we don't have a wing back, and then what the point of playing with wing backs? Or we can try something different, you know? Remember Jose Mourinho, right? Ashley Cole, one of the best in the position, he was declining. And what Jose Mourinho did, he put Azpilicueta to play from the left-hand side. You know, completely different position that he never played before. But Azpilicueta did great job for a couple seasons. He benched Ashley Cole. So we don't know if Graham Potter can be creative and say, you know what, probably Cucurella from the right-hand side. Or let's say Chile from the right-hand side. Listen, never say never. You know, we might see Chile from a different position or Cucurella. Let's wait and see. Or bring somebody from the academy, somebody like Lewis Hall. I know that is not his position, but I'm trying to make a point here to say, you know, somebody can play from his wrong foot, because we know that lefty, you know, in that position you need like the right-footed, but why not a left-footed guy from that? He might surprise people. Keep an open mind, my friend. Keep an open mind when it comes to Mr. Potter. He might surprise us. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. The show is for the people, and by the people. I'm here for the people. And you guys gives me energy to continue or to stop. You know what I mean? You wanna call, you call. You wanna comment, you comment. So we can keep this conversation going. Azpilicueta can't play all games before James comes back. You can play all games, but what if you're not performing good? Yeah. And Aspi also is like 30, 32, 33 years old. He needs to be managed. You know? He needs to be managed. Ruben playing there, no? Well, he played under Thomas Tuchel a few times. He's one of the few players that can play pretty much from everywhere on the pitch, including a centre-back position. So Ruben is a very good guy to have around. I just need somebody who can cross the ball properly from that position. Aspi can do it. When he was doing it with Morata back in the day, but he's not. Now he's crossing low at the moment. Instead of top, he's crossing low. He did pretty good the last game. The last couple games. But you never know. Let's see. Somebody said that I am spreading positive toxic. What that even mean? You're spreading positive toxic. What that even means? Just because you didn't hear that we're gonna buy Mbappe, and I'm giving you hope about the future and about the kid and about how Todd Bowley is gonna use experience and the academy and the loan army to make a team nobody wanna play against. You didn't hear that we're gonna buy, and that is you being negative in your little box. That is a very, very stupid. Anyways, people, feel free to come here and talk to us. Be part of the show. Don't just watch. Give us something to say in this show. So, Atletico are winning. This is rare. One of the rare times that Atleti are winning. Joao Felix need to leave. If he want to progress, if he want to improve, if he want to go to the next level. Oh, Griezmann scored. Antoine Griezmann. 100th goal. Wow, congratulations. Antoine Griezmann. And tomorrow, people, don't forget that we have El Clasico. El Clasico. Morata. Morata is wearing 19 this time. He's sick and tired of wearing number 9. He did the same at Chelsea Football Club, though, when he took number 29. Took number 29. Okay, Sekou said that the James situation can open an opportunity for youngsters to come to the main team. Is there any youngster in the academy that is doing well in that position? Yeah, I've been searching, but not, not like back in the day we used to have like Tariq Lamptey, and then we had somebody like Tino Livramento. Nobody really like is in that, like you see him like the next big thing in that position. This season I have hard time to find anybody from that position, but I think we can always find something from the academy. Yeah, we can find some. Many of them went on loan here and there, but like I said, from the other position this season, Lewis Hall used to be like our wing back / full back from the left hand side, but this time he been switched to the midfield. He is playing more as a midfielder. The kid is so good. So somebody that you can take a chance and mold him from that position. I don't know, but I have hard time to find anybody from that position. Well, and don't put too much pressure on a kid. A kid can be around. I love the kid, but I also want them to be in the right condition to get into the first team. Not like, hey, you are the man today, you're gonna save us, so you're gonna be a Reece James out of the blue. No, even Reece James, it took him time to learn from Aspilicueta and stuff like that. And that took us Chelsea fans saying that we can't use 11 Academy. I guess Porter is using 11 Academy product now. Yeah, we are used to buying players. We are not used to the academy, and long-term project. So it's gonna take time for people to kind of understand the new Chelsea, but it is what it is. Some people it's gonna take people time to understand that we are not under Abramovic anymore, and we have to count on the future. Yeah, that is a good point. When I tell people give them a chance, I don't mean bring 11 players in the first team or give them always, playing time. Is that keep them around, give them 15 minutes, 20 minutes there, allow them to play full games here and there and develop them instead of going for Saul Niguez, for example. You know what I mean? Or going for Lukaku when you know that Lukaku is not going to fit your system. So why not keep Tammy Abraham? That is the point. But people try to make it sound like, oh, you say that we need 11 academy products. So it's just for them to win the debate. They're going to just throw something at there. Like they put word in your mouth just for the debate, for the sake of the debate. Oh, are you saying this? Are you saying that? No. Nobody is saying anything, brother. I just said you have to give people opportunity, and it need to be based out of merit, because it doesn't mean that if you go and buy somebody like Nkunku and all of a sudden everybody from the academy is bad. Like another brother who's told me at the beginning of the show that Mount is going to be benched and sold because Nkunku is gonna take that place and keep it. I'm like, I want Nkunku to come, but why not keep all of them? Why not be happy about both of them? You never know how Nkunku is gonna perform in the Premier League. It's not like exact science. If somebody is scoring a lot of goals in another league, that means he's going to score at Chelsea. We've seen with Timo Werner, we've seen with Kai Havertz, Lukaku, Saul Niguez and all that, Morata. What happened? So we have to learn from that. We have to be careful. Just because you hate academy product doesn't mean that you have to be negative all the time and wish wrong things to the academy so you can push certain guys from another country, All we want is Chelsea Football Club to be successful regardless of who is playing. Okay. Let me read a few more comments here, people. Don't forget that I'm here for the people. Let me read a few more comments. I know people were waiting for Porter to fail, but these few games, what? Few games show that we can do. If Boyle back him few years, he will do well. Yeah. That's the problem at Chelsea Football Club. There are so many people who just waiting for I told you moment, waiting for us to. I know the first loss is going to be an event. It's going to be, oh, you see. But listen, no manager in the world is going to be unbeaten forever. And especially when you are at the beginning of the project like this, you start looking for your first 11 and then you got 2 key or 3 key injuries. Mason Mount might not even be there tomorrow. Fofana is going to be out for more than 2 months. Reece James, you haven't even figured out your best 11 and you already have big issues. So in the process to get there, to get in every step to get into to somewhere, you have to work hard, and it's going to be always a hard time during your journey, just like anything in life. So the first loss is going to be an event, like people are going to celebrate a lot and say there is no difference between him and Thomas Tuchel. we miss Thomas Tuchel and bring him back in order. I understand. All of us, we miss the Champions League. We miss trophies. All of that. But he's not coming back, so we have to support what we got right now. Nothing you can do about it. You can decide to continue toxicity. You can continue to be negative and look for red flags. Or you can choose to support Chelsea Football Club and accept whatever decision is going to be made. Because the fanboy culture is killing the community. It's killing Chelsea Football Club. We wanna somebody to get injured because you wanna push your boy. You know, that is not supporting the team. At the end of the day, we win together, we lose together. You know. We need someone to be helping James, even if he recovers. Yeah, this is a position that we definitely need someone. I would prefer Dest or the guy from Southampton. Are you talking about Peter Walker, right? That is his name. Like, yeah, Peter Walter or something like that. He got the same name as a Walker from Manchester City. Dest, I'm not too sure. He can handle the physicality in the Premier League. Barcelona didn't want to keep him. He's on loan at AC Milan. And both games that he played against Chelsea, he wasn't that good. It means nothing at the end of the day because you can be awful in few games and you are awesome for the rest of the season. So I don't judge people based on few games. I judge people for the entire season, what they can do. But Dest, listen, yeah, I would like to have somebody like Dest, but do you really think that he's going to accept to be number 2, just like Christian Pulisic, another American on the bench? I think we have so many out there that won't sit on the bench and be the number 2. And I think when you're still young, like 21, 22, 23 years old, it's going to be just difficult to just sit on the bench. If James is fit and then you're not going to play. Dumfries, how old is Dumfries? 26 or something like that? I don't know. Steve said that Sheku, yeah, probably we're signing in January. Yeah, let's wait and see what we're going to do in January. The problem is we don't know what Mr. Porter is going to decide. Porter is somebody who creates stars. He doesn't buy often because of the situation at the clubs that he was previously. But at Chelsea, because you have cash, you can act immediately. I don't know. I think he's going to surprise many people when we are waiting for somebody like, let's say, Rafael Leao, and then he's going to go for Kalim Hudson-Odoi and make Kalim Hudson-Odoi like Rafael, you know. We don't know yet what's going to happen. Mount will easily win the best player of the year. Mount is going to win it. Yeah, many people, there are certain accounts who are dedicated on like insulting Mount, you know, like Mason out account, but they have nothing to do with football anymore. It has just something to do with jealousy and local boys and English in the academy and all the blah blah blah. It has nothing to do with football anymore. I don't see anybody really that loves football and hates Mason Mount. There is no way you can do that. There are certain games that he's not good, just like anybody else, just like Messi and Ronaldo will be out of the game or out of the entire season. They don't do good. That is normal. in the development of a player. You know what I mean? Hey, Mr. Donut, nice to see you, my brother. Atleti are winning right now 1-0. Let us know what is going on. And Clásico, El Clásico is tomorrow. Donut say Chelsea are really good lately. Yeah, but we have a very, very bad injuries, bro. Tomorrow is going to be a big, big test. Big, big test for Mr. Porter. He need to show us what he can do. Big up Donut episode, my brother. Nice to see you. Man, I'm just jealous because Atleti is doing terrible. They are winning, bro. They are winning. They are winning. So you are complaining about your team winning? I don't get you, bro. I can't get you. Donut.
Hi guys. Hi, I'm here.
Yes,
man.
Sir. What do you have to say?
I'm watching. Man, I'm watching the game 1-0. Atletico Madrid, yes, dominating clearly. We know the champions. But man, lately I'm just embarrassed how my team's doing in the Champions League. And I'm seeing you guys beating Milan, taking new coach, and I'm just jealous, man. I just can't believe Bruce and all that. I don't understand. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's Chelsea. But listen, we are not out of the wood yet. Chelsea are the team that can go top and then come crashing down. So we have to be very careful. We have a new manager and we have the bounce now. It doesn't mean that we're going to continue that way. It's a process. We're going to lose games. We're going to win games. So we have just to accept the fact that we are not a finished article yet. But yeah, we are going in the right direction at the moment, bro.
Yeah, you're doing good. With the team that you have to build and take those players that have just lost a manager and doing that. I think I don't see many managers doing that. Really.
Yeah, tomorrow is a big test, bro. We're playing against Aston Villa.
I think the big test is gonna be against Arsenal because Aston Villa, they might have good signings, but they're not doing good as a team.
Remember those so-called weaker teams always do good against Chelsea?
Yeah.
They always play just like prime Barcelona. When they play Chelsea, they look like Barcelona back in Guardiola's time. Everybody want to beat Chelsea. So I'm not going to be surprised tomorrow people who are not performing good now start performing good. It's a Chelsea thing. So, yeah, it's not done until it's done, bro. It's not done until it's done.
Man, here in Spain, it's all the time Clásico, Clásico, Clásico. For saying, I think...
I'll be watching it, but probably it's going to be the same time as the Chelsea game. So, there's nothing I can do about it.
I just lately, Barca is not doing good. Yeah, they can't find the chances. They have scorers and they can't find the chances. That's the problem. And I think tomorrow, if Courtois is not there, it can be a completely different match between.
Courtois is not there, but also Barcelona have some issues. Koundé is coming back from an injury. You don't know how he's gonna be, how he's gonna feel. The first game is a Clásico that is gonna be tough on him. Christensen is injured. Marcos Alonso is a liability. And Gerard Piqué, I don't want to even see him in the team because he's awful. Araujo also is recovering from a very bad injury and he had a surgery. So in the defense, Barcelona are struggling at the moment. So we have to be... We have that Clásico is... I think Real Madrid can do it.
I think Barca too, because they have creativity in the midfield with Pedri doing great. Everything there. Oh, Bellingham great. Man, calm down, all Bellingham fans. Pedri is doing great. He just can't find a striker who can help him.
So are you saying that Bellingham, like Pedri, is better than Bellingham?
There's equality between them two.
Yeah, they are different kind of players though, because Bellingham is strong, big, powerful, can bully people, can play even as a DM, can go forward, can score goals. When Pedri is a flair kind of a player, he's kind of Iniesta, kind of a small stature, can dribble past people, can do incredible things. But when it comes to like physicality, bullying people in the midfield or playing like a DM or something, he's gonna have hard time. So they are not they are not the same players, but I know what you're trying to do. What you're trying to say. Pedri is a typical Barcelona type of player. You know what I mean? But Bellingham is kind of all around.
Yeah, I see. I wanted to say that Gavi, our mission is to form him a big guy, like a physical guy, Gavi. Because lately, Xavi wants to be give more possibility to Pedri to be creativity in attack, unless Gavi help Busquets to defend. But yeah, sadly, Lewandowski is not having his days, and I'm scared for next match because they're facing Bayern after Real Madrid. That's not easy to repose. Yeah. So, man, I watched the last match. I think Barca. The problem is, like we always said, you can't rely on players. You think, this team has just bought everybody, Kante, Lewandowski, and I think the team needs to adapt, and that's the problem. But
I think Barcelona now they have they're gonna have some financial issues here because they took economical lever or whatever, so they can try to make it at least for the quarter finals or semi-finals of the Champions League, so they can get money. Now they are out of the competition in a group stage. So where the money is gonna come from to pay players? What do you think?
I don't know. I think Barca's gonna try to get more loans. That's the only way, sadly. But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, man. Are you using your laptop today, or are you using your telephone?
No, my iPhone.
Yeah, so you're using your iPhone always gives some kind of noise, static noise around. I can hear you, but some kind of same kind of noise.
Sorry, man. I'm just trying.
Yeah.
I'm humble.
No problem. It's not an issue for me. I'm just telling you that it's making some breaking noise like. Anyways, people. So Reece James said that the race against time is on, but we won't give up. That's what he said to Chelsea fans. 8 weeks minimum. I don't know. I think the World Cup is over for him, and we see people just encouraging him here.
Man, I think England really need Reece James, because Reece James, I'm finding he's like a Trent type. He's doing good, and Trent lately, oh my God, I don't have words to say how bad is he, man.
He's not good defensively.
No,
Trent is good going forward, but defensively he has some issues.
He's really good as midfielder, controlling the ball, moving it around, when he has space. But
he can have assists, he can score free kicks and all that. Yeah.
Man, I don't know England. I just hope Spain-England in the final. That would be great.
Spain going to the final of the World Cup?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Against England, that would be great, man. I don't know. Just my ideal final. I don't know, but I'm scared of Netherlands. Really, I'm scared.
I feel like Brazil and Argentina can go to the final. What do you think? Imagine.
True, but they have to firstly at semifinals, I think, because I did the calculus and they're gonna finish almost like 95% in semifinals between each other. So it'll be one of them in the final. And then in the second bracket, I don't see so many big teams normally. So I think England there is so favorite. Really, I'm not kidding.
England?
Yeah. Yes.
No,
really,
they have a lot of issues, especially from the right hand side, fullbacks or whatever system they're gonna use. Wing backs. Reece James is injured. Trent is injured, but he's gonna come back before the World Cup. Walker also is injured. He just had a surgery. And
it's true. You're gonna face them in face of groups. You're against them to USA. Yes, USA against England.
Against,
so that's
against,
hard.
Against England. That is.
It's gonna be a hard group. Hard.
Yeah, Iran also, don't write them off yet because they can surprise people.
Wales too. But I don't know. I
never know. That is the World Cup. You know, on your day you can beat anybody. All right, people. So slowly and surely, if you don't call us, we're gonna try to wrap up the show. Feel free to call and feel free to participate, ask questions, and all the good stuff. I just wanted to hear that person. Remember, always who was criticizing Jorginho. I don't remember who was it. Who was shouting. I want to tell him, calm down, May, and believe the process. Like I said it last time. Just let. I think you're talking about Victor. Victor always he's not a big fan of Jorginho. Just give the time for the process, and I think you can do big things this season. And I think the clear match is against Arsenal. That match, you should. Yeah, Arsenal are good this season, though. Yeah, but I think with good tactics, you can win them. But listen, this is a London derby, okay? Arsenal is a different game. Different kind of game. We can beat them. They can beat us. It is what it is. It's tough. Yeah. It's really tough. But I think Mason Mount's doing great, I have to admit. He's, I think, the best in the team, from my point of view. Yeah, he's doing good. But many fans don't like him in the Chelsea community. I don't know why. I don't know. It is what it is. So people, as you can tell here, Mason Mount also got a knock. And probably he's not going to be there tomorrow. He had to have some kind of scan on today's Saturday. I don't want to risk him. I don't want him to play tomorrow or whatever. Just leave him alone, man. Yeah. Leave Mason Mount, take some rest, and let's wait. I'm just going to look. What do you say? For the score. Yeah, you have some issue. You have some. Your microphone is getting worse, brother. You can disconnect yourself and come back. Probably it's gonna fix. It's gonna fix the problem. Okay, so Mr. Donut, come back when you are ready, brother. You have some microphone issue. Every time you use your iPhone, it's always a problem, but when you use your computer, we can hear you properly. You know what I mean? So, my people, my friends, anybody got some news for us? Wan-Bissaka. Steve is laughing at the world-class Wan-Bissaka, bro. Wan-Bissaka is going to be number 1 for England. He's coming back from the dead. Wan-Bissaka. Spain will get to the semi-finals. Let's wait. Hope all these England wing-backs come back. Imagine Wan-Bissaka and Southgate. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka is going to defend very good. He got very, very, long legs that he can tackle. So Steve is asking for my predictions. I already made a video, or probably a couple of videos about it. Without James, of course. I didn't even put James because I knew that he was not going to be able to make it. So let me check if I can find what I said back then. I can't find it. Can't find the scene. Even if I have the scene here, I don't know if I... Alright. Checking, but... No, I can't go back to that scene because it's far away. So people, if you have questions or you want to call, do it very quickly because I'm going to have to leave. Tomorrow we have a lot of shows coming your way. Chelsea, of course, and other teams at the same time. Yeah, I can't find the scene. I can't find my lineup though. Yeah, it's just far. I can't see it. But my pre-lineup was good. It's just using common sense, you know. I'm not saying that it's gonna be that way because the manager needs to make the decision, but that is the way I see it. Using just common sense, but I'm not in training to see what is happening. Hopefully Zakaria can have some playing time tomorrow so we can judge him. He was smiling in training, that brother, remember? Zakaria, man. I don't want to end up by another Saul Niguez here. I want that brother to play football. I saw him smiling in training. So hopefully he can start playing some games here and there, 30 minutes, half an hour or something. Graham Potter, man, always quiet, always like composed, quiet. Some people say that he doesn't have any charisma and started insulting him because we are all very angry about Thomas Tuchel. So we want to unload it to somebody else, an innocent guy. Graham Potter didn't ask this job. He was happy at Brighton. You went for him, so you have to respect him. I saw all kind of theories. He doesn't have charisma. What even that means? I don't care about you having charisma or being a PR machine. I want you to win me games, and the process might take a little bit of time. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and I don't know why we always have like the worst injuries ever in the world. Ruben had Achilles injury, almost career-ending injury. Chile had an ACL injury. Callum Hudson-Odoi had another Achilles injury that took him all out for almost 2 years. And until now, you can't really, I think like Callum Hudson-Odoi is not the same again before the injury. Now we have Reece James fighting. What's going on with us? What is going on? Paul Pogba, please leave us alone. Paul Pogba, leave us alone. He's like cursing everybody. N'Golo Kante is struggling. What's going on here? So Chelsea, Charlie Webster is training with the men team. If you don't know who Charlie is, he's a good midfielder in the academy. The next big thing. We're going to have so many of them though. We need to loan them out and sell them with option to buy back and stuff, because we have a big generation of midfielders coming up, and you can't fit them all, okay? Casadei that we just bought from Inter, he scored today early on in the academy. That was his second goal, I think, since he joined Chelsea. Very aggressive, very good. We have Charlie Webster in the midfield. We still have, and also we changed Lewis Hall position. He's in the midfield this season. So we have so many midfielders coming through. I mean, who's gonna play? Who's gonna be on the bench? And Gallagher's still like 22 years old. Mason Mount still 23. So man, we have a lot of them. A lot of them. Conor Gallagher, I think the other day he was on the bench. He wasn't even playing with Brighton. I think he's gonna suffer because the guy who wanted him, Graham Potter, actually came to Chelsea. I think he's regretting now, like, what I just done. What I've just done, just when I left Chelsea, and all of a sudden Graham Potter changed, and now academy product have another chance, second chance. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, do you think that Obama who is gonna do it tomorrow? If he scores tomorrow, that is going to be 3 out of 3, huh? Or 4 out of 4, something like that. Let me read some comment here, people. I am going to leave very, very soon if you don't comment and you don't call. Let me see. Mr. Sheku said that these injuries also killed Emerson. He was the best in that position during Sarri's era. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. He was very good under Sarri. Yeah. Under Lampard too, the first season he was good at the beginning, and then he went on international duty. And after the international duty, he got an injury with the Italian national team, and then he was never the same again after that injury. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why always Chelsea. Why do we have to suffer with the worst injuries ever? Why? Why always us? I don't know why. That is a good point. Steve said that a good manager always finds a good solution to suit the players we has. No, not imposing them into the system by forcing them, okay? Which is not working. Yeah. A manager always finds a way to use players. Yeah, and that's why I still believe that Lukaku in another system with another manager could score at least 30 goals. That is my opinion, and I'm not getting on people here. I'm just saying what I think. Because if you look at Haaland, what people said, like Pep Guardiola don't work with a tall, powerful target man. He's gonna flop. Look at him now. Everything is adjusted. Everything is fixed now to allow him to cook. And look at him. Jurgen Klopp doing the same, but because of overall result of the team, looks like he's not, like Darwin Núñez was like a mistake. But no, I still believe that he's going to improve because everything is built around him. So you can adjust the way you play, not necessarily adjust the system, but the setup and the tactics to get the best out of certain players that apparently are deadwood. Because the problem is you're not going to sign 25 players every time you have a new manager. You need 25 players. No, that is not the way it's supposed to be. The same players who won us the Champions League all of a sudden We have to sell everybody because they are all crap. Come on. Come on, let's get something out of some of them, you know. Some of them can still give us something. So as you can see here, happy camp. People are training hard. Thiago Silva and tomorrow I'm so excited because I think Conor Gallagher is going to start. Mason Mount is not there. So Gallagher, Conor, man. My brother Conor Gallagher is going to do it tomorrow. He's going to start tomorrow and score one of those golazos from outside the box. The guy can shoot from different angles. Shooting, and shooting. Yeah, so AC Milan, listen, man, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. You know, I have a soft spot when it comes to AC Milan because of Tomori, because of, you know, it's a traditional club that I used to like back in the day. I also know some friends supporting AC Milan and all that. But they wanted to kill my team. They wanted really to destroy us physically. The first leg, they took Fofana out. Very silly fouls. Unnecessary fouls. The second leg, they took Reece James out. You know, all of them are going to be out for 8 weeks minimum. Man. And people just, they just focus their attention on how it was harsh, the penalty was harsh, and Tomori, you know, red card and all that. Come on, man. Nobody cares about what the price we pay, a very, very high price here to play against them. They were kicking us from the right, from the left, from the center, from every angle. And on top of that, they were falling on the floor to try to fake an injury so they can get somebody excluded. So AC Milan, man, I'm so mad. So mad. Okay, let me read a few more comments here from you beautiful people. Ike IC said that, guys, Mbappe to Chelsea might actually happen. Mbappe just started to follow Sterling, Mount, Oba, and Havertz. That's what I heard for years, brother. Messi is gonna come to Chelsea because he been following Chelsea and he been friends with Fabregas and Lampard, and every time that Messi had a contract negotiation with Barcelona, he was linked with Chelsea, and Abramovic apparently is gonna meet him in the yacht somewhere in Monaco. I heard all kind of situation, bro. I don't care about social media anymore. Players can follow each other all the time. They appreciate between them, even if they don't do it on social media publicly. They have their WhatsApp groups and their other way of communicating between each other. They might look like they don't follow each other, but they're still in touch. So I'm not gonna just get into that, because to get Mbappe is not gonna be an easy task of, okay, I'm just going to Chelsea, I'm starting following everybody. A lot of money involved, my brother. A lot of money. Like a lot. Are you going to pay him $1 million every single week? Is Todd Boehly willing to destroy the wage structure to give him that kind of money? And what if Mason Mount wants a new contract? How much are you going to pay him? There are people who've been here, who has done everything, who won you the Champions League and everything. So it might make negotiations for contract at Chelsea very hard. But if Todd Boehly think that Mbappe is going to be a good business for the brand and for overall Chelsea around the world, and he's capable of paying that money, I have no issue with that, my friend. And remember, Mbappe was at Chelsea. He came to Chelsea for training for a week, and we sent him home because we didn't care about statistics. Mbappe was there for free for Chelsea. And that's why I'm so happy about the new direction at Chelsea Football Club, because somebody like Mbappe, we were going to detect him since that age. We were going to keep him, we were going to develop him, and we were going to play him in the first team, because statistics don't lie often, you know. Numbers don't lie often. It can lie sometimes. It's not exact science that if you perform good in a certain age, you're gonna, but there are certain things that you can see. De Bruyne, you can just look at the numbers. Even the guy who discovered De Bruyne, he would tell you that he told Mourinho, please do not even dare to sell this guy. He's awesome. He's going to be the next big thing for probably 10 years to come. You're going to regret this. Mourinho was nah, I know better. I don't care about statistics, because people who know football don't care about statistics. Look at De Bruyne today. Look at him. So if somebody believed in him and was checking on those stats, collecting data, and was a little bit patient to say, you know what, let's give him one more season, let's see how he goes, probably we were going to save a lot of money for the future, and we were going to win a lot. Compared to the few trophies that we won here and there, we were going to win trophies almost every single season. We win for a long period of time. I understand that people want to win now. And according to theories, you want to win now, you have to buy now. But think about the future. Are you going to prefer to win few trophies now and then go through a crisis for 3 years and come back and win another Europa League and go back to the crisis? Are you going to be a yo-yo team like that, or you want to build a dynasty of win? You need somebody. You have already somebody from the academy waiting on the pipeline. You know, you want to spend big monies on the market to go there, get me Mbappe, boom. The rest, you have them already in the system, in the loan army, in the academy. You start mixing up everything. So it might look not good at the moment, not pretty. This is not the Chelsea DNA, but that is the Chelsea Abramovic DNA. We have to forget about it and try to create something now. So Mbappe following Chelsea or Oba or Harvard doesn't mean anything, because it's a long way to go. Messi did the same. Ronaldo at some point in the past, I don't know if you watched it, where he was following Chelsea and all of a sudden in the morning, oh, Ronaldo is following such and such, he's coming to Chelsea. Kunde followed everybody, right? Kunde is going to sign for Chelsea because he is following everybody at Chelsea. Look at this. It's good for content. It's good to make theories and keep you going, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. Terrace, you know the guy when Fabregas went to Monaco, and Mauricio Sarri said that he wanted another person in the midfield to replace Fabregas, and we wanted to go for Terrace, who was playing for, I think he was at Zenit or something. And the guy even liked all the posts that linked him to Chelsea Football Club, right? He liked all the posts. He started following Chelsea Football Club. We never signed him. Golovin, the same. Rantman, even certain people say congratulations to you for moving to Chelsea. One of his friends, or a few of his friends on social media, and they even show him following Chelsea Chelsea players and all that. It means nothing, man. There are so many examples out there that liking or following somebody doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to join Chelsea Football Club. Anyways, that was just the way I see things. Let me read a few more comments. Steve said that are you beginning to think of our medical team? They need to be sacked. Well, they already sacked. The head doctor there, Mr. Paco, he just left Chelsea Football Club like a few weeks ago. We just sacked the physio. We just sacked pretty much everybody, bro. Everybody's gone. And did you see even Didier Drogba wasn't really happy about the situation that we are sacking everybody. Not we are sacking, but they are leaving Chelsea Football Club. You know, when you've been in a club for a long time and there are new owners and new environment and you like, you know what? I feel like my time is done. So some of them are leaving on their own, but some of them also, Chelsea said, we're not going to renew your contract because we want to bring new people. So I think this time, Todd Boehly is going to trust more Americans. Like, that is the reason why he had to, Fofana had to fly to New York. So I think he's going to bring more people from the NFL or NBA or whatever. He's going to bring people from here just for the peace of mind. But I think everything is changing. Everything really is changing. But sometimes it's not about the medical field. It's not about the doctor or whatever. Some people are just fragile, you know. Okay, I will welcome Mbappe to Chelsea Football Club according to Mr. Chiku. Yeah, Mbappe need to fix his attitude though. He just want everybody to work for him and order. Oh, tragic. Nice to see you. Long time. I was even looking for you because I was thinking that you're still in Florida. And with, tornadoes, I wanted to get in touch with you, but I couldn't even find you. Don't follow me on social. You just appear like after 100 years and all that. Been busy, real busy. This is stuff to could catch some stream lately. Yeah, I was worried if you're still in Florida. Florida is is always in danger all the time. Smash that like button, people. Help your brother out to get some likes. At least 50 likes. It doesn't hurt anybody, right? How it is? Score prediction for Liverpool against City. Good question. Don't hate me if you support Liverpool. But I think Liverpool are going to lose. I think it's going to be 4-2. Erling Haaland is going to score a couple goals. It's going to be a tough one, right? Darwin Núñez against Erling Haaland. It's going to be tough. Yeah. I'm sorry if you support them. So, I think they're going to get smashed tomorrow by City. And Jurgen Klopp been crying like a baby. Oh, they have money. Look at us. It's only few teams that can do whatever they want. Listen, don't tell me that you spend 100 million on Darwin Núñez. Manchester City spent 60 million, almost half of the price, to get Haaland. So don't complain about money, and don't pretend as if you are just jobless and you don't have money and people need to feel sorry for you. No, they spend money too. They got money. You know, they got, I don't know, what's his name? Luis Diaz. They spent about 40 million. That is not small money, my friend. City, they've been spending money, but they're also smart. Okay? They don't exaggerate on the market. Jack Grealish is another case, 100 million, because it was the release clause. But if you look at City, they try to keep their price around 50 million, between 40 million to 60 million. That is not that much in the current market because they got quality players. They refuse to pay 60 million for Cucurella, you know. So I don't like the fact that Klopp will come and try to complain about other teams when he said that when Pogba signed for Manchester United, he came out and said, "Oh, the day that Liverpool will start spending 100 million on a player, I will be long gone. That is not football anymore." But what happened after that? He started spending money. He spent 75 million on Van Dijk. That is not small money. You spend 100 million on Darwin Núñez. That is not small money. So he tried also to attack Chelsea Football Club at some point. Oh, we are not owned by oligarch and whatever. Listen, you are owned by billionaire too. American billionaire too. So if they don't spend money or they want to spend money smart, or they want to be smart on the market, just don't complain. And it doesn't mean that an expensive player is necessarily a good player. You know what I mean? You can get somebody, you pay 200 million and then it doesn't do good. Philippe Coutinho, for example, he went to Barcelona. They paid 150 million. What happened? Flop. Antoine Griezmann, 150 million. Flop. So sometimes just I think like Klopp is trying to take attention from his own issues now that he can't really connect this season. So he's trying to take that away, you know, just so people can forget about it. It's not nice, sir. Not nice. Few more comment, people. The Premier League. I think our girls, the women, Chelsea women, are going to play this week. Tomorrow? I don't know. Am I talking nonsense here? I haven't checked on their roster, their schedule, but I think we're going to play tomorrow. It's going to be so many games, man. So many games tomorrow. And I will be watching the Clasico and watching the Chelsea game at the same time. Oh, man, it's going to be busy. Somebody say, yeah, we evacuated to Palm Beach and we were safe there. Tampa wasn't touched that bad. I'm happy that you are safe, bro. I have an Insta mate. Get in touch with me on there. I'm not an Instagram guy. I go there like once a month or so. I don't know. It's just too much to do, man. Too much to do. I don't want to be everywhere. I have to make videos, go live, and some other stuff to do, work. Jurgen Klopp and Xavi are biggest complainer. Klopp is always salty when he doesn't win. Yeah, that is true. I even made a video early on. Like, he looks like a good guy that you can have a beer, go to the bar and have good time with. But when he's happy, when he's not happy, he's like very, very nasty, moody, blaming everybody else, ready to punch and stuff. You know, like he become really grumpy grandpa, you know. It's It's awful. Like, hey, focus on what's going on here because you still have a good team. Everybody got injuries at the moment. You don't complain about injuries. Everybody's suffering with the same thing. So don't I don't know if that is like kind of mind game, talking about, oh yeah, they can spend money, we can't spend money. What that has to do with money here? Darwin Núñez. If you didn't spend 100 million on one player, you could have got like 2 good players and make them world class the way you do. Because Klopp is somebody who is known as a coach, a proper coach. He's gonna get money who was good already, but he put him to the world class level. Salah was a good player at Roma and Chelsea, and then he transformed him to the world class level. Do that, keep walking, bro. This time you decided to go for somebody against your philosophy. Try to find a way to get the best out of him instead of complaining, because it has nothing to do about money here. Okay, I'm going to read some comment from you beautiful people. Samuel Felix said, I'm very worried about Mount. About amount. About Mount? I thought you said I'm very worried about Mount. That's what I read. I think you said amount, not mount. Amount of injuries. Amount of injuries. Player, why always Chelsea? Yeah, why always Chelsea? Why always Chelsea? I don't know, man. We want a break. We want some break. Please give us a break. We're sick and tired. Last season we started falling apart when Chile got injured and Reece James. I hope that is not going to be an excuse this time, though, because we have other players that can do the job. At least try, okay? Try something different. That's what I am expecting from my manager tomorrow, Sunday. Show us that you are a coach, a manager who can come up with plan B. Okay? Because make no mistake, I will criticize anybody that is not doing his job. You get paid to do the job, and you have to do your job. At least try something. I love people who try. Try different things, even if you fail. I don't care, but you tried. Not like doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. No, I don't like that. You have to change. Liverpool is not Chelsea, Madrid, so I don't think they will sack Klopp. Klopp actually don't sack him. If they sack Klopp, I think they're gonna make a huge mistake. How can you sack somebody like Klopp? Give him time. Spend some money. He's gonna get it done. Okay, he's gonna get it done. Top 4 is gonna be difficult, but they're gonna fight for it. They're gonna fight really for top 4. Man, that's why we need a squad. Yes. Nick Toll said, remember when I said Potter would be the real deal when he signed? Well, we can't really say that he's a real deal, though. It's still a long time to go, my brother. This is Chelsea. When the fans start getting on your case and you start losing games, you lose 2 games back to back, bro, it gets too toxic and the pressure is going to be high. But I'm happy that we have a project now and we're going to be patient. At least the owners are going to be patient a little bit. Fans on social media, we like to be toxic. We want to, we want clicks and we want everything. If you want to be successful online, you have to be toxic, right? You have to tell people what they want to hear. You have to insult. You have to attack people. So it's going to get toxic at some point, but I'm going to be here supporting him. But he's not away from, if he does something wrong, I'm going to say it. But this time, we can't really tell that he's going to he's the guy or he's going to win us this and that. But at least we see something different. At least we see improvement. We see some players getting to the next level. You know what I mean? Somebody like Kai Havertz or Mason Mount. Get them to the next level. They were not coached for 2 years. They're just running all over the place like a headless chicken. They don't know even what they are doing on the pitch. So we want to see our attackers get to the next level. Just like Vinicius Jr. improving every season. You know, just like Mo Salah improve under Klopp, stuff like that. If I see some improvement and some kid also given a chance, Chukwuemeka, you know, just do something. That's what I'm expecting from him. But right now, it's not like time for me to say he's the real deal, because there's a difference between talking and doing. So we're going to have to wait a little bit and see how he's going to react overall when we start losing games. And you lose at home at Stamford Bridge and fans are on your case and booing people and all that. Let's wait and see. Let's even wait and see how we're going to react from like 2-0 down. You know what I mean? What kind of speech he's going to give to his players and all that. Would you like to see your boy Mbappe at Chelsea Football Club? I've already said it. I already talked about it. I'm just not sure it's gonna happen. But everybody would like to have Mbappe on their team. I don't like people with bad attitude. Usually, I like people who can listen to the coaches, who can do. Mbappe looks like he got a big head. It's always him or nobody else. I want to take penalties. I want to take free kicks. I want everybody to work for me. I want. Which is understandable because playing people out of position is not the solution. I don't like to see it. But sometimes, like now at PSG, he's complaining for playing out of position. But they don't have a proper number 9. They need him to help for a short period of time. But he's complaining a lot. So, the end of the day, I don't really make decisions. And anybody that would wear that blue jersey, play for my team, I'm going to support him. I support it even Morata, Djiloboji, Falcao, anybody, bro. Anybody that will come there. I support you because you are my boy. I might not like you at the beginning, but when you sign for the Blues, you become my boy. I'm going to support you. You know? Just like Sterling. You remember when I was making videos and live stream and I said, no, go for Jesus, and all that. It's not because I don't like Sterling. Sterling is my boy, my own brother, but I felt like we needed more Jesus than Sterling. That is a choice. Just like anything in life, you have your choices, bro. You like red, I like blue. That is what the world is all about. It's not like you hate somebody. It's just you have to make choices in life, you know. So back then, I was supporting Gabriel Jesus. But when we signed Raheem Sterling, he's my boy. And I'm going to have to get on Jesus or Jesus. I'm going to criticize Jesus. I'm going to call you flop. Because you're not playing for me. That's what football is all about, bro. So, that's the way it is. So, I support my boys. Anybody that will sign there, I don't make decisions. I don't have the power to influence who is coming and who is going. So, it is what it is, my brother. Smash that like button, please. If you're still around, are you going to sleep now? It's already sleeping time. Mr. Victor is in the building. He said, Oaks, line up tomorrow. Please don't select, Yeah, Victor, don't watch my other videos. You're not even subscribed to the Green Turf YouTube channel. This channel is small. We have a big channel, almost 150,000 people there. I post a lot of videos over there, but it looks like you are not subscribed or you don't have your notification on. I made videos about the game like 2 days ago. Today I also made some videos reminding you my lineup and all that. So yeah, Jorginho Fredo, listen, me, I give people the benefit of the doubt, yeah. I'm not like very strict like you when it comes to Jorginho. If Jorginho is gonna perform for me, let it be. Let it be. I'm gonna support him. I'm not a big fan. My house is a big fan of Jorginho. All my girls here is just Jorginho number 5. Jorginho. Everybody loves Jorginho here. But me, myself, it's not the kind of profile that I like. But I respect him for what he does, you know? So I just encourage him and support him when he's on the pitch. If I have to sell him and get a better one on my profile, I will do it. But if the manager makes a decision to select Jorginho, I have to support him. He's my boy. You know what I mean? So just like anything in life, you can dislike, but you don't have to be like very strict and like him always the problem. You know, I don't like your profile doesn't mean that I don't like you as an individual. You know what I mean? So Victor, what do you have to say?
I came back because I came on because I don't want you to bash me. I'm not against Jorginho as a human being. I'm not even against his style of football. But I feel like what he does to us is that when there's a new manager, or even not a new manager, but he has this ups and downs, and that defines our seasons. It's like it's not only on him, but he gets to play all the time, like all the time. And he's become a constant, and it's really why there is a saying going around all the time that we have charity Chelsea. We have this tendency of giving up games that we are clearly on paper, in theory, supposed to win. And I have sat down and I've studied those games, and I realized that it's because most of those games, 80% of it, is because our midfield is bullied, and that is why I always and you know, Aston Villa is in trouble, and they would like to prove something. And most of the time, when teams are in trouble like that, we are the ones that give them the scapegoat. There has been so many occasions where teams are suffering. Everybody they meet beat them until they meet Chelsea. And so I'm very nervous about this game tomorrow. You know, and it's not only about Jorginho, it's about the fact that this team can be so bad that we can, you know, like this is the same team and everybody says, oh, it's because it's a different coach. We are playing more positive. I give you that, and I'm not going to be negative about this. The only thing is that it's very rare. Are you able to teach old people new tricks, old dog new tricks?
But they can adjust a little bit.
They have. But the thing is this, that I feel like those down days will come. Those down will come always, just like in anybody, bro. There's no guarantee also that Zakaria or anybody is gonna do better. We never even saw him play. We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that, but somebody knows because he's watching them in training.
Exactly, but the thing is that for me, the reason why I always complain is that these same people have taken us down this road before, not once, not twice, even more than 3 times. The same midfield from Sarri's era. So for me, I feel like that's where I feel like, when is that crash ever going to happen? And when it happens, how would it look like? And would we just all the time pass around and go and blame everybody else, everything else about Chelsea, buy more players, spend more money when we know where the problem is? And for me, I have identified the problem as somebody who knows football.
Next season, I will remind you here, after we lose a game, and I will be like, brother, you said that Jorginho was the reason why we were losing. Why are we losing now?
But the thing is this, that I will only be up in arms if the person that is replacing him is also given the chance to actually make mistakes and go through 3 managers, or 4 managers, like Jorginho got, excuse me, or all the others got. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what's your lineup for tomorrow?
My lineup for tomorrow will be. I do not want Aspilicueta. I don't want Jorginho. Those two are out on my.
So James is out, Aspilicueta out. So what is your formation? Let's start because
formation will go. If everybody is talking about Kepa staying, fine, okay. It's either here or there for me for Kepa or Mendy. So Kepa or Mendy, I'll pick Kepa now because he's in form. Let's give him the chance. I will play 4 in the back.
4 at the back. Who are your 4 back?
Cello, it will be Chalobah, Silva, Koulibaly, and I'll go with Cucurella because he's not been playing for a while. Then the 2 in the middle, I will go with. For me, personally, if you ask me, I will go easily with Loftus-Cheek.
Okay.
And I don't care because we have not seen him, but I will give him a chance in terms of what is this, Zakaria?
Zakaria, yeah.
Yeah, 2 giants in the middle. Just give him a chance. If it doesn't work, just bring somebody else. And then you tell them, one of you will stay all the time and one of you will go forward. So it's either Zakaria is staying and Robin is moving forward or vice versa. But the thing is this, either of them who stays can break up attacks because they are strong and they are they have a presence in the middle there. Whereas when you have Kovacic or you have Jorginho, everybody just walk over them, and you know that Aston Villa is planning on having those 2 in the middle, and they know that if that's the case, the midfield is not even a threat. You know that's what they are thinking. So for me, those 2 in the middle are the ones that I'm always worried about. Once they are able to stop any attacks and are able to redirect the ball, we are in good shape. Okay, so we have those 2 there. Then the 3 attacking midfielders, I will put right in the middle there. I'll put Gallagher.
Okay.
Then on the right, I'll put Mount because he's coming back.
No, Mount got an injury. So he's not gonna be there.
If Mount get an injury, then
I'm not saying injury, but he got a knock and he had a scan today. I don't want to even risk him. I don't want to even see him there. Like leave him home. Don't risk anything. You know what I mean? As a precaution, go on.
Yeah, I'll put Gallagher in there, and then I will. If the right we can put Mount in there, then I'll put usually Kai or whoever is available who can play that position, Kai, and then left obviously is going to be Sterling, and then our striking force will be Aubameyang. Now, if we do that, then we have to think about substitution, obviously, and you know that. I think that we should give Pulisic a chance. I would have loved Pulisic to, to start. But I feel like it's best for him to come in as a substitute when we have sort of sorted this team out, because we don't know what kind of team we're going to get tomorrow. They are very low on confidence because they've been losing. So they are going to come in trying to see if they can really bully us, and they are at home, so they will get all the support they can get. If they seem like they can bully us, the support will push them and they might score. If they score a goal, Chelsea coming back from a goal down or 2 down has not happened yet under this coach. We don't know how we are going to actually deal with adversity. And so that is where my problem is. I love to have Jorginho and all the rest back in when we are leading comfortably and we want the game to be settled and we play our game. But when you need to go away, you put people in there that cannot be bullied and they can stand toe to toe. You don't go out there with people that will just pass around for a long time, and then 65 minutes when we are not making any headway, you bring people in to come and save the game. So I feel like he should really, if he's going to really use these players, he should give them full time, trust in them, in Gallagher, in Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek has developed a little bit of a form in there. If Loftus-Cheek was any other person, he would be a constant. He doesn't play. He doesn't go out there and look awful ever. The last few times, even under Tuchel, he was coming back and he doesn't go out there. Loftus-Cheek doesn't look awful at all. And I feel like
it's good to see like people are giving some credit to somebody that did it. Many people didn't want to see him at Chelsea. Needed to go, and it was a problem. As per usual, we always look for a scapegoat all the time. There's somebody to blame, so we can keep the conversation. So.
And I don't know what is going on. I don't know how horrible a player can be that he doesn't get even a sniff in Zakaria. I don't understand this. I mean, even Chukwuemeka, he is young, he is feisty, he wants to go out there and prove something. Just put him there for 25 minutes. Let's see what he got. I don't understand. I mean, I know that he just came on. He wants to be in the good books of the so-called senior players. But there's a reason why you are hired. The senior players were not performing. So with a reliance on them and not making them fight for their... even Mount sat down for a couple of games. He came back on. He's like, I'm about to lose my spot to Gallagher. It works. It works. When you let players fight for their spot, it always works because they will run a little bit more. They will be careful with the ball a little bit more. They are not too comfortable. Even the Ronaldos are made to sit down. So everybody has to be able to come in and challenge for their spot, especially when you have 2 or 3 people in every position,
All right, so people, listen, we are getting closer to the end of this show, probably 15 minutes more. If you want to jump and call us and have your voice heard, do it, because I'm going to have to leave. And also don't forget to like, help me get at least 50 likes here. If you want, it doesn't cost anything. It's just one click away. And then, 1 second. Let's do it before I leave. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Much appreciate your time, because it might be late in other countries and you're still up watching. But it is what it is. Tomorrow is another day and another W, hopefully, from the boys in blues. And tomorrow we have also other games, a lot of them. The Galactico, I think it's going to be almost the same time as
Chelsea. It's after our game.
Huh?
It's after our game.
What time? Like Eastern time? I think
it's in the evening, I think.
Evening,
late evening in Spain. That's what I meant to say. So I think it's like, for us, it's
our game is going to start like 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, and I was thinking Barcelona game was going to be like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That means you're gonna be watching both teams. Look, the second half with the first half of, I don't know. I'm gonna have to double check, but
yeah,
if it's gonna be late evening, I might go live at some point just to see what is happening, because it's Galactico, man. That is the game that many people wanna watch. So. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
I think Real Madrid is going to win.
What do you say?
I think Real Madrid is going to win.
Yeah, on paper, of course, but listen, Galactico is just like the derby, like everything goes out of the window, because everybody want to win. So it's about the day. It's about the mentality. It's about the fight. Not necessarily the guy who is good on paper that will win it. Many, many things can happen. A red card, something. But Barcelona really don't have anybody in that defense, pretty much. But let's wait and see. Benzema against Lewandowski, who is going to be on top. So what is your score prediction tomorrow if we just respect your lineup?
I mean, if my lineup goes out, I think we will win without a doubt in my mind. But I really do not believe that he will select the people that I have selected. I think he's a stickler. He will stick with what he's been doing for a while until because he knows he has grace period. Nobody's gonna come after him if he fails the people we already know. People will only come after him if he fails the people we already know, and then they lose 2, 3, 4 games in succession. Then people will be like, "Why are you doing this?" These are the folks that have contributed in the sacking of team.
You don't change the team, the winning team.
Exactly. So he's gonna
listen. The manager is always wrong. It's always a lose-lose situation.
No. I mean, I don't subscribe to this. Also, it's not true. Nobody on this earth says that about Pep Guardiola. Nobody. Now he made a
that is another case.
Yeah, no. He is a manager too. He is a manager too.
No,
There are some
because
managers-
of
No.
listen. Now you can say that. But Pep Guardiola, when he came to the Premier League or any team, or even when he went to Bayern, at the beginning people called him Fraudiola because it took a little bit of time to kind of implement what he's trying to do. Fraudiola. Remember when he struggled? He didn't even win the league the first season. We all remember. He got smashed by Chelsea, got smashed many things that people were calling him names. Now you can say it, but at the beginning, I know even certain City fans who were not happy on social media who say, no, maybe we made a mistake. But now because the machine is working, he's in control, he got whoever he wants. Even if they lose, they say, who's going to do a better job here than him? So the critics are a little down, but still few people here and there that are going to criticize. So my point of view when it comes to a lose-lose situation for a manager is true. Like when you put your lineup out there and your formation, many people are not going to be happy. It's going to be, now why you didn't play Zakaria? Why Jorginho is not there? Why Mount is out? Why Mount is playing a lot? Why Kepa is in goal? Why Thibaut Courtois? It's always, that's why I said it's always a lose-lose until you win. And people say, yeah, I'm going to take it. But
no, but also, what the point I'm trying to make is this, that Pep came with credibility already. If the City's project had failed, nobody would have said that Pep Guardiola is a bad coach, because everywhere he's gone, he's won, and his strategy was great, and he was able to handle one of the world's best players for so many years, and they won so much because of the way they played. He had his own style, and we knew that he would come through. Even when he came to the Premier League, we knew that it was an initial shock of it all, and the pace of it and everything. He needed some adjustments, and he was able to adjust rather quickly. Now, because of that credibility, nobody was going to poo-poo him for the season after. He himself would have quit. He wouldn't have stayed.
But he built that credibility.
Exactly,
You don't compare him with a Graham Potter who just let's call it baby. Well, he started a long time ago in Norway and the teams that nobody heard of before. He went to Swansea City, and then you know what I mean. That's kind of level. But credibility in a big team, Guardiola had it already for what he did at Barcelona. So you can't compare them.
There's a saying in the world that if somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I knew that the Tuchel that left us a few weeks ago is the same Tuchel even when we won the Champions League, because you could tell the way he coaches from even the first few weeks. Okay, Pep is adjustable. The way this is a man that for Guardiola he's a coach that even talks to the opponent. You know, there's a video circulating on the internet of Pep Guardiola talking in detail as to how Chelsea's approach of football was. I think I mentioned this on your channel before. He talked about it in detail. Very rarely do you have a coach saying that about other people's teams in terms of the detail of how the other team coaches, right? Because he knows and studies football. I am not poo-pooing Potter at all. I am just saying that there is a mystery there, and I don't want us to find that out at a crucial time when these same people who have succeeded in sacking a lot of managers. You know, I know that there has been adjustment this year. We have Sterling in here, we have Aubameyang in here, and they might alone, just the two of them, succeed in helping us out. But my hope and prayer is that he finds a way to really rotate the players as he has promised he would. Because if he does that, we will discover all these diamonds that we have not necessarily fielded. We have these players that are not being given the chance, and I feel like that is my hope, that he will actually turn around and give these people. Because if Chukwuemeka becomes a diamond, if Zakaria is an amazing and we haven't even given a chance yet, after a season you send him back. And we don't want to send him back, but we know that there's a player in there. So I know that it's still early days and he might do it eventually, but I don't want to find that out at crucial games that we need to win. That is where, where
you like it or not, with Zakaria or whoever you're going to choose in that midfield. It will happen at some point. And what you say is looks like you are waiting for a told you moment. We're going to find out at some point, and not about one individual. You can put whoever you want. Mason Mount, you put Ruben, you put whatever, Caicedo, Prime Kante or whatever. There is no way we're going to go unbeaten. So you're looking for when we are beaten and you say, now we figure out. We know that. We know we're going to struggle with that team at some point. So I don't know what the point you're trying to make.
No, I'm not waiting for us to. No. What my argument has been is this, that not much has changed from that midfield.
But it's changing. It's changing. The result changed.
No. When did it change?
The way of play changed.
The way our playing, because we won three goals back to back.
Whatever what you say, we couldn't even win those games when we were under another regime. So I would take it, regardless of you want to minimize it or make it sound like, oh, it was 10 against 11, red card or small teams. I would take it because the same small team we couldn't win. We couldn't do it. So now I have it. I would take it. You know,
I'm taking the win. I'm glad that's where we are on the table, both tables in the Champions League and in the league. I like where we are. My only thing is that normally, apart from the win, right? Apart from the win, every single time you get a new coach, you want something different to look at too. We are humans. And if you stick with the same thing and there's a win,
but there is something that changed. Why can't you see the change?
What is it?
The change. We have a new goalkeeper, got a new life. Kepa Arrizabalaga bounce. We don't know until it's last. We're gonna take it. Jorginho is playing more progressive football until it lasts. It is what it is. So the bounce is working. We have a Gallagher who even have an entire game that's ahead of before. We have even Chukwuemeka who got 5 minutes here and there. We have Ruben finishing the entire game. We can play 4 at the back. We can play 4-3-3. We can play 2 in front. We can play. So everything is different. So I don't know why you're complaining. I know.
No, I'm not. I am not complaining. I do not think that. I do not think that there has been.
So for you, it's about the personnel. Who is
no.
That's
I do not think there has been. No, I do not think that they have, because the personnel they will come through the same way. They were enthusiastic yesterday. They will come through unless they.
How do you know that, bro?
Because I don't feel no. The way he's using them, and the way he's playing the ones that have been consistent. I do not feel that he is making them fight for their spot like everybody else. What is the reason why some of the coaches are very successful, no matter what. Okay, if you go to Pep Guardiola, we keep talking about him today. Look at the way he deals with his players. Almost everybody, almost even Haaland.
Even Pep Guardiola, it took him time to get rid of Joe Hart. Klopp, it took him time to get rid of Mbenteke, to get rid of somebody like Mamadou Sakho, to get rid of Mignolet. So you just don't come to the job and immediately impose yourself just because you want to make some people happy. And then you say, okay, I'm going to just implement my authority. All of a sudden, people need to see the change. A change can come from doing things differently. And we are doing things differently, which is getting the best out of the so-called people who got another guy or other people sacked. I'm getting something out of them right now until it lasts, because it's going to last. It's gonna end at some point, you like it or not, with them or without them. We're gonna struggle. We're gonna have hard time, and this has nothing to do only about individuals. How about that?
Boss, I understand your point. I want to struggle less.
But we're not struggling. We're not struggling.
No. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That this same team has given us this kind of phase before, where we were up on top of the world. In fact, we won the Champions League even. So it's not like, for me, the reason why I want this coach to be successful, I want even the players, if they have found a new way of playing and they want to stick with it, fine. The reason why some coaches are beloved and given the chances because they make things happen and they lose less. Now, you know that if you go to the successful teams, when they lose, it's actually an anomaly. We don't even know what to do
Well,
with
it took them time to build to get to that status. You are trying to compare everything immediately. You can't compare somebody like Klopp or Guardiola because they've been in the business. They have failure. Guardiola even had to resign and go on sabbatical because it wasn't working anymore after destroying the world. Europe for 3 seasons. It came to the point that people don't listen to him anymore in the dressing room. So everybody will go through that kind of time. And, I mean, I can't compare. There is no even comparison here, bro.
No, but the thing is, the thing is, we keep talking about. I keep talking about even Potter himself and talking about what Potter should really try and see in this team that we have, and try to make sure that there is a real.
But he's winning. He's making sure. That's why we are winning every single game. One game was like he had one training session, and we drew. We drew the game, but other games we've been winning, bro. And
you think that is because of what Potter has said to them?
But what he said to them.
Because
I think so. Because somebody needs to say something.
It's the same players that 6 weeks ago didn't know what they were doing. So it's just
because sometimes when you have so unhappy people in the dressing room, it doesn't depend on one individual, but when the entire attack force is they are happy, they are not happy. Lukaku giving interviews there, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, or whatever, everybody are happy. You can feel it in the dressing room. Your message, let me finish. Your message is not going through anymore. And then the new guy come with a new kind of management. The first thing that he said was, listen, they are human beings. They have feelings. They have families. They feel the same way as us. They are not just like robots who are getting paid crazy amount of money. If you treat them like a human being, they're going to perform for you. So you got everybody on board. Even those who are not playing, they feel concerned. That's the problem.
So you want to post it. You want to really say to me that Tuchel didn't see them as human beings. Tuchel was the man that was fighting for Azpilicueta to stay. He loved Azpilicueta. I
didn't say everybody. I didn't say everybody.
But what I'm saying,
some people were happy.
You were saying that one of the main things that he might have done was recognize their humanity. Porter, that is. But Porter recognizing that they were humans doesn't change the way they play all of a sudden.
It changed. It changed the way when Lampard was sacked, and Rudiger came back to the team. Marcos Alonso, that we always called Alonso. All of a sudden, even Jorginho, that was awful. Everybody came because it's the new manager, it's the new voice, it's the new. You got everybody on board at the beginning. And he took advantage of the situation until we won trophies. Now, this manager, you want him to make tough decisions at the beginning based on what happened to other people. You don't even give him his honeymoon period until he hit the wall and make his own decision. Nobody is going to tell you that the same players are going to turn against him and it's going to be the same result. No, give him his time. Give him the time to make his own evaluation and make his own decisions. And by the way, many of the people you're talking, not even many, the guy that you want is out of contract. Let's see how Chelsea Football Club are going to handle this contract situation before you even make a judgment. But right now, he's getting something out of the so-called deadwood. Let it be that way.
Okay, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to make my argument a little bit more simpler because I'm sure some people are watching and listening. It doesn't seem like I'm a cynical person all the time. What I'm saying is that we have seen this before. Also, the same people have listened to another manager. They've gotten another manager fired. You've seen this before. So when if I'm going to ask you a question here, Oz. If you were not being listened to, right, and you were a coach, and you feel like you were not being listened to, and you feel like that happened to the coach that you just replaced in Lampard, and you feel like there's a new coach that has come in, and the same people have been there, should we just sit back and say these so-called professionals who get paid a lot of money has the liberty to not just listen to coaches.
There are one. Let's go part by part because it's gonna get too. It's gonna be too long, and I will lose what I wanted to say.
Okay,
what
go.
I said on that one is the same people can react differently in front of somebody. And to judge somebody, you don't have to go to speculations because you have a chance now to judge those people yourself. Mm-hmm. So for me, the way I would do it is not to base my decision on what happened between you and other coaches, because there is a reason why. Let me give you an example. Do you think that somebody like Lukaku or Tammy Abraham are going to be happy about Thomas Tuchel? No, because they were not playing games, or they were played out of position, or just humiliated publicly. So there is a problem between you and that person. It has nothing to do with me. So it doesn't mean that the same people had a problem with such and such, and then me, it's gonna be the other way. That's why I told you that what Porter repeat every single time is that they are human beings. They deserve respect, but they have to work very hard. So we're getting something out of it. Let it be, and let's see the end, how it's gonna be. You can't just assume. It's like you, bro. Just because I have a problem with somebody else, let's say on YouTube, I don't have any problem. I always promote them. I'm just giving an example of what I do publicly, what people see that I do. And I tell you, no, don't go there, and don't go watch Sky Sport, or don't go watch such and such channel because he has a problem with me, so he's going to have a problem with you. What are you going to say? Oh, no, that guy been good to me. Since there, I joined him. We all laugh. Probably there is a problem between you guys. I don't know what it is. So you don't give that benefit of the doubt. You want to make your judgment out of what happened in the past. The same players caused the problem apparently to the other managers. They're going to cause problems to me. Let me suck all of them. You come to a dressing room who is already divided. People are not happy at all because they are not playing the football they want to play. And you come again and you add more problem by taking somebody out of the blue just because you didn't perform, or you were the reason why the other managers were sacked, you out. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you the second chance until you betray me and you are out. Are you still there? No.
I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
So the point is very well taken. It's about giving people the chance, and you know me. That's what I always advocate for, giving folks the chance. I just feel that maybe with time we will be able to see that, but so far the same pattern is what we are going through. New manager comes in, we win a little bit, then the same people every night, because they have player power, they try to all of a sudden not play anymore, and they know that instead of 20 people going, it will be just one person that will be gone. And for me, I care about how Chelsea is run so much that I don't want us to recycle another manager. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but but the thing is, it would be sad if it came to a point where we go through that process again, where there's a new manager. Tuchel came in. When Tuchel came in, we were all like, okay, this is the best. And we went on and won the Champions League. And then we were so excited about it. And these same players decided that, okay, all of a sudden, his words don't go in. This is a man that has won the Champions League with you, and they still were able to sabotage him and let him go. So if a man that is, well...
There are so many reasons why the sabotage comes to place, because of the way you treat people. Listen, if you look at even his press conferences, Porter, he said always, like, they are not happy. When a professional football player is not playing, he's not happy. That is normal. That is human. But you have to explain to them nicely how and why they are not playing. So he's getting something right now, explaining to them. But somebody like Christian Pulisic said that the manager don't even talk to him. He will tell you, okay, you did good today. You're going to play the next game. The next game you are on the bench. He doesn't even talk to you. You see another list. And then he will tell you, listen, Don't go, stay in the pocket. Don't use your instinct. Don't do this and that. Have you read the book yet, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard about it.
Okay, so,
I've not read the full book.
So those problems, like you don't allow people to do.
Yeah.
So, the management sometimes, the way you treat people, because they are just human beings, man. They are human beings just like you at work.
Mm-hmm. I have
if
never...
you have somebody mistreated you every single day, you can't do any good. Always wrong. Bro, you're gonna get fed up at some point, and one day you might just take your stuff, okay? Punch somebody, take your stuff and leave, because we are human beings. It's the same in football. So don't make it look like the players are toxic one. They are always the problem. There is a problem behind everything in the human relationship.
Yeah, I will use your example. I have not read the entire book. I've heard excerpts of Pulisic, which I think was a little premature. He's too young to write a book about his career already. But be as it is, he's written one. I feel like it's not great, because the current manager will be like, okay, have to be sensitive to what this boy says or what we talk about, because he will learn in the book. I think it's best to always do it at the twilight of your career, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to move on. What I'm trying to say is that what was happening at Tuchel, which was making these players a little upset, which you yourself just remarked on, has never really changed. The only difference is that we are putting some wings on there. Fine, that is what football is about. But in fact, in terms of the players, the playing personnel, nothing has really changed. So that power is still there. They just haven't used it yet. When this coach came, this coach hasn't come in and told them, hey guys, I want to treat you good and everything, but everybody will get the chance to do this and that you should also respect the others.
The problem is you're too sure that it's gonna happen.
No. Even the coaches that we've mentioned that you said took 4 or 5 years to build their teams, they get times where they have a period. Very, very seldom. It doesn't happen often. But they get a period where the players are low on confidence, or they let in a few goals in here and then they lose matches. It will happen everywhere. It's the way the coaches handle it. Chelsea have just very successful rotating managers. But sometimes if we knew that the manager is going to stay regardless, then it's either the players leave or they come around. But the players know that in the end, the coach will actually be gone. So they will outlive the coach. And so they get to have the player power, and that is sometimes doesn't have a good dynamics in the team. But like I said, it's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is that I am not waiting for Chelsea to fail so that I can say I told you so. I think that is the idea that I am trying to say, that if they don't take some people out of the game and they don't feel this person, I'm just saying that Chelsea is playing now every 3 days, right? But there are some folks that have not seen the pitch at all. Every 3 days. And I feel like if you and the ones that are getting the chance are the same ones that stood by and let 2 or 3 coaches get fired. So
right now they are getting the result. Listen, football is about today, bro. Don't tell me that we won the Champions League. That was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like in football, everything moves very quickly. So you might not perform today, but tomorrow you're gonna tell me that you don't teach all dogs new tricks. But in football, you can adjust your system. You can adjust yourself to get yourself to more useful positions. Like if you look at Rooney, when he was aging, he wasn't like the explosive Rooney anymore. Slowed down, went back to the number 10 position, not running crazy like before. Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, you're not gonna teach them new tricks, but because of they have intelligence of game, they've been in the game, they have experience, you can still adjust them to a certain level and get something out of them. So for me, there is a new beginning in football every time you have a new manager, new voice in the dressing room, new tactics, new way of dealing with issues in the dressing room. If everybody is happy and everybody is performing for me until a certain level, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, we all hope that translates to the pitch tomorrow, and that they get to play a wonderful game. And in terms of for me, it's not only about scoring; it's about enjoying the game of football, especially for some of us who have played it before. We know how beautiful the game is, and if you play it right and everybody is in charge, and I would die 1,000 deaths before I change my support for Chelsea and go support a team like City. But come on, some of these the games they play, the passes, the beauty of the intelligence. I love to have that for Chelsea, and I feel like they are.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen one day. It's not gonna happen. Now we have somebody who feel like us, who feel that way of playing football, beautiful football. We have some managers who don't care about the beauty of football anymore. They just care about their CV and their result. Get me a result there, like Simeone, for example, right? He's going to park the bus, frustrate you the entire game. The last 10 minutes, attack, boom, score a goal, close the shop. He got 3 points, you crying, you can mourn, you can do whatever you want. He got the result. But I'm trying to make a point I will forget. I don't even know what I was trying to say. What I've tried to say here is that we have somebody who feels like us, who want to play beautiful football, but also winning football games and also improving players.
Yes.
Old or young, he's gonna find a way. Look at the life, a second life he gave to, I don't know how many years. He's like 32, 33 years old, Welbeck, looking like prime Rooney or something. Look at whatever, Mopey and those. We never even heard about those players. They were already very old. He just took them from somewhere, all of a sudden, improved them, find a way of getting something out of them. So I'm very confident with the new way we're doing things at the moment. So I'm not gonna, close my doors also on the so-called dead wood.
Yeah. I'm not even saying close your doors on them. It's the way you use them. Because the way you use them sends a very good signal to us, to the players, to the football world, how you are going to use the players. For me, I feel like right now the only difference between the Tuchel era and the Porter era is the words of Porter. And Porter may be showing more respect, as you have said. Maybe you know more than all of us know.
And you wanna work for a guy like that. You wanna do everything for somebody who is giving you some value.
But that's half the job. But also, I shudder to believe that Tuchel. I never really loved Tuchel. When he came on there and he said Jorginho was his man in the middle, and that Abraham hasn't done anything, even though he hasn't seen Abraham play, he let him go. That was the day I knew, and the way he disgraced what is it called? My boy in Leverkusen now.
Kalim Hassanadar.
Yeah, the way he disgraced Kalim Hassanadar. I knew that he was selective and he will do what he can. He knows those people don't have anybody to fight for them, and that nobody will ask him questions about them incessantly every single day. Even though he sat Mount down and people came about and asking why he sat Mount down several times, and he was scared of the media, so he put Mount back in there. But those other boys, he just let them go because nobody was fighting for them. So I knew that he has, and all managers are entitled to have their favorites and their management style. I want Porter to succeed so much that I feel like I even at this early stage, I want him to put a marker down. Even at this early stage, because this is the time he can do that. Not when there's too much crisis. At this early stage,
he's doing it. The problem with you.
What I'm saying, what I'm saying is that at this early stage, if he can put a marker down, he will unearth great players who will justifiably make it into a team. Right now, if you stick with the same people, and even if they get better, if things go wrong, you cannot justifiably bring the ones you have not really tested, because you have not tested them. You see my point? This is all beyond the fact. I want him to win. I want him to be successful. Tomorrow, I'll be the first person to come back onto your channel and really praise
and hold the L, yeah. When Jorginho scored a double, hold the L. Yeah, go on.
So Jorginho will only score with the penalty. The day Jorginho score out of open play, it will be the day that I will come in and give him some.
No, he scored a few. I don't know. I just remember like once
in 4 years.
No, That's what I remember. I'm not saying you once, but I think if he scored already a few
Oh,
goals.
I mean, no. Jorginho has not scored from opening play.
He scored more goals
than
than Kovacic.
More than once, right?
Yeah.
And if somebody that is a consistent transitional player for our team has scored only once, I mean, we can go there. You know how
I didn't say only once. That I'm saying that what I can remember now, but it could be
more than twice or whatever. And I feel like a lot of people say that is what the role he plays doesn't come with goals. So you should give him that. But for me, if the way he plays doesn't come with goals, but he is able to give us a positive outlook of our game and make it even more positive, like you said, now he's doing. I haven't seen much of it. I feel like it's the same old person, but because the people around him are getting a little bit better or getting the point, so they really helping him, because he's been bullied even in Potter's era. He's been bullied a couple of games where he was actually taken out. One of them he was taken out. So for me, I know that is there. But I'll give credit where credit is due. Oz. I'm not against necessarily only because of Jorginho. I'm against the entire team. I want everybody to go out there and perform and win. The only thing is that if I were this coach, and if I were any human being who deals with people, if the same routine, the same cycle has happened 2 times already, I'll be very careful. I'll be very careful. I will trust this group, but I will make sure that I have a
But you're talking about the group, but you single somebody. That's the problem. Okay, we're gonna move.
No, I don't single only here.
But because the group, it looks like the group just for you means Jorginho. Because you don't really attack cover that much. You listen. You mentioned some other people just so to make it look like you are talking about the group. But if I micro-examine what you're saying, your problem is one individual.
No,
he's the problem. He didn't have any problem with Sarri. Sarri decided to go to Italy. He was playing under Frank Lampard. He's not the reason Frank Lampard was sacked. But according to what people say, the dressing room, he's not the only person that was not happy. So I don't know why everything needs to be around him. And Thomas Tuchel, he was a very good buddy of Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel was sacked not because of players got him sacked. It's because he doesn't want to collaborate with the new owners. That's what Todd Bowley said clearly on his interview. Like, hey, I don't care about losing few games here and there. We are building a team. We understand that. But the vision that he has is different than our vision. For example, we have Terrace. He doesn't even have any data from the academy. We don't wanna create a path from the first team, from the academy to the first team. He said his reason. So you don't blame somebody to sack the manager. It wasn't that. It just the manager has another vision, just like us fans. Thomas Tuchel had a vision like us fans. We want to win now. We want expensive players. We don't think about the future. It's win now. But Todd Bowley vision is long term. The kid, the academy, the data, and then buy big names and mix together with what we got and build a team. But for Thomas Tuchel, it was Gallagher out, such and such out. It's just like us on social media. We already made our mind. You are bad or you are good. You are out or you are in. It's just like when he arrived, he already made his mind towards certain players. But for Bowley, it's like, wait a minute. Why can't we just give a chance to somebody like Chaluba? Why can't we just give a chance to somebody like Billy Gilmore? Why do we have to always spend money? I don't mind spending money, but how about what we got here? Let's find a balance. And according to report, the Athletic said that he doesn't even want to talk to them, to the owners, because they know nothing about football. But listen, I know nothing about football, but I freaking spend 4 billion of my pocket money on this thing, all right? So you listen to me or you go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So there are so many things that got the manager sacked. Not Jorginho is not the reason. The players are not the reason, but you... According to your theory, is the same players who got managers sacked. First of all, 2 of them were not sacked. Sarri decided to go and take the Juventus job. He left. Frank Lampard was sacked, but it wasn't about Jorginho. It was about the result in general, which has nothing to do with Jorginho. Jorginho didn't miss, let me finish. Jorginho didn't miss 1,000 chances. It was Timo Werner who had those chances after chances after chances, like 10 of them in one game. We don't score, and they go the other side, they score goals because we are discouraged. Nobody was taking chances. So he was sacked for other reasons. Don't blame Jorginho for Lampard sacked. So he never was the reason why the managers that you just said were sacked.
Okay, Oz, I really need to come in here and I really want to make a quick statement. I don't hate Jorginho as a person. I even didn't say he should leave. I said that his style of play, well, the reason why I don't talk about Kovacic, Oz, is because Kovacic doesn't get to play all the time. The people that are
he's injured.
Yes, but even when he's not injured, the coaches rotate him all the time. You don't let this guy play all the time. The only person that is always playing all the time and he controls our destiny is Jorginho. That is why I talk about him. The reason why I talk about him is like that. And when I say a group, is because all of them play like him, because he controls the midfield. And he gets the ball from the back and he's supposed to take the ball in. Now, all of the stuff you said about all the coaches, I can tell you that Sarri was on his way out when we were even in the middle of winning the Europa League. He was booting things all over the place, mad as hell. Now, you could say that wasn't because of Jorginho. I give you that. But that was the same group. I'm talking about the group. Now, what makes the group, everybody else rotate around this man that I talk about. No, so let's put him on the side. What I am trying to say is not necessarily to put the demise of an entire team on one person's head. I am not saying that. But we all seem to forget, since because we won the last 3 games, everybody here is beginning to forget, even you, I'm afraid, is beginning to forget how we felt about our midfield. How we have been feeling about our midfield for actually, years now. And that our game is totally retarded. Excuse me for using that language, because I don't want to use retarded lightly. But our game, everybody, all the pundits, even the coaches, eventually come and tell you they don't know what to do with this team, because our game was not moving forward. We were not producing. And if that is the case, then also you have to grant me this space for me to be skeptical.
Yeah, I don't blame you for being skeptical.
Exactly.
But also you have to be fair. Like, don't make it like one individual. It's the entire. If you want to blame everybody, blame the entire team or the entire midfield.
I am happy. But for me, if he had come in, right, that's why I'm saying that Potter should really look at making sure that he begin to unearth his own players. At least, if not for anything at all, to replace the old ones who will be leaving soon. But right now, you can't just pluck Chukwuemeka and put him in the midfield when you have almost never given him a chance. So, I mean, we haven't gone into the middle of the, I know that maybe 2-3 months down the line, he will give Chukwuemeka and the rest a chance. But that's what I'm saying, that I really hope that he sees the need to really do this, because these players that are being relied on are the players that are selfish enough that they will want to play all the time, whether you pick them or not. There are some players that when they are not playing, even sitting that you can tell that they want to play. All of them want to play. But there are some that shut up and sit down. They cannot say anything. And there are some that when you start sitting them down, they start instigating to make sure that you are in trouble as a coach. And we all know that for a fact. So for me, the way I felt 8 matches ago is the way I am feeling right now, until I get to a point where even Jorginho is beginning to score every now and then. Even Jorginho is beginning to give Fabregas' style of passing. Even Jorginho doesn't get the ball and need 4, 5, 6 seconds before he can do a positive pass. Even Jorginho, yes, can redeem himself in my eyes. But until I get there, I am very skeptical, because they have gone through another manager before, regardless of how the manager was sacked. I know it has something to do with performance. Whether you like it or not, everything always has something to do with performance. And if the performance is great.
Yeah, you have some issues with your microphone. We're going to leave in 5 minutes anyways. So I want to ask you a question. I can't... Yeah, you just left. So, yeah, thank you, Mr. Victor, for giving your opinion. That's what football is all about. You have your opinion, I have mine, and we just respect each other. Anyways, people, listen, I've been here for a very, very long time. It was a pleasure to have you all here on your way out. I don't know why we can't even get to 50 likes. If you can just click that like button if you appreciate the sacrifice here from your brother. You back?
Yeah. So that was my point. I'm actually, I know you are about to leave. I don't want to.
Yes, I want to ask you a question here. Right?
Yes.
So we have another case here. Romelu Lukaku right now is since he moved there, he played only few games and then he was injured, and apparently he lost his physical abilities and technical ability, whatever it is, and Inter are thinking seriously before even taking an option of the second year loan or buying him permanently. They are thinking seriously, because what the point of getting somebody who is injured, who's been on the bench more than on the pitch, and who is not scoring goals? Like, he lost his mojo and it's done. So, what is going to be your reaction if we don't get anybody to take Romelu Lukaku on loan or buy him permanently? What are you going to do?
I want Lukaku back, like big time. You know what? This is the theory that I put out there. I don't know if anybody will poo-poo it, or even you yourself. I don't know if you poo-poo it. Imagine a scenario, because it is possible, right? We know that Lukaku is not half or maybe a quarter of Haaland. Okay, maybe Lukaku is maybe 3/4 of Haaland. Lukaku is not Haaland, but Lukaku could be maybe halfway good as Haaland. I'll prefer him any other day to playing Kai Havertz in number 9, as even Porter every now and then does. Okay, even Porter has put Kai Havertz in number 9 before to start a game. And on what's called Green Earth, you have a channel called Green Turf. And by the way, I'm not very good at social media. I only like your channel. I don't go anywhere else. That's why you have not seen me registered for your other channel. But this one, I have registered for this one. I always support you here. I'm not a very big social media person. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have any of that. The only place I go is here. So I just bear with me. But to put that on the side, I just want to let you know, Oz, that I will take Lukaku and work with him, because he will be an alternate. I mean, imagine if we have Nkunku, Lukaku, Broja, and Aubameyang. We'll play top 2, and then you always get a chance to score a goal, because if one doesn't kick, the other kicks. And if they are all big, strong personalities up there, then you are not afraid to pair them up with Sterling and even Ziyech. If Ziyech doesn't stay, you're not afraid to pair them with those small players like even Pulisic. But because we don't have real physical presence in up front, when you have these other players who cannot hold on the ball, in Sterling, for instance, he doesn't have that kind of support, and he always has to score himself, create and score himself, and you have a problem. So whatever injuries that he's our player. We can bring him back. The only problem will be his pay. It was, what is it called, pay scale. But you can negotiate with him and say, nobody wants you. It's either you stay here and we bring your pay scale down a little bit, or stay where we are if we can afford that, and bring him back. And for the remainder of the time, the 3 or so years that he has left, work with him. If Porter is good, Porter will say to everybody, look at what Haaland is doing. When you get the ball, if you do whatever you want to do, but if push comes to shove, kick the ball up front. That was something that Tuchel never told Jorginho. That was something that I don't think is in the vocabulary of Kovacic. They don't even know how to send the ball up front. So Lukaku was dormant up there. He was just sitting up there for nothing until Mount has to come and get the ball and create for him. What is it called? Feeble donkey Kai has to come and get the ball and put. He himself cannot even hold on to the ball when he's up there. How can he come and get the ball and dribble? They are not Hazard, who can come in and support and help Costa like he was doing. So we know what to expect. To make a long story short, I would love Lukaku to have a go again. Third time will be the charm for him. If nobody wants him, bring him back, put him there for 2-3 months, don't even let him play, get him fit and lean and strong and put him there. The days you want to put Kai Havertz as 9, put Lukaku instead.
So, yeah, I got your point. The problem now, can't you see? And let me finish before I forget. I'm an old man here, forgets most of the time when people cut me off.
No, I won't cut you.
So the problem is here, it looks like you have double standards, the way you treat people. Because you believe now that another manager can get something out of Lukaku because we were not doing we didn't put him in condition to do his job. And I can even add, if you look at the way Pep Guardiola managed to adjust somebody like Haaland, everybody thought Pep Guardiola is a kind of false 9 / he doesn't like a big man in front and whatever. He found a way to get something, and look at Haaland today. You gave Lukaku the benefit of the doubt, but he was called all kind of names, flop, blah, 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 because we love the coach and we don't want to blame any player, any coach. So we want to just find a scapegoat, and it was Lukaku. No matter what he said, I think everything that he said on the media was spot on. The system. But the way that he went to talk about, I would like to go back to Inter, kind of attacking Chelsea, and I felt also attacked as a Chelsea fan. But if you take that side away, the interview away, and you look at what he said on the pitch, you will see that now everybody, if you are not biased, you see that everything that he said was correct, because Timo Werner, when he left, he said the same thing. Tammy Abraham just gave an interview. He said the same. Even Callum Hudson-Odoi just gave an interview and say exactly the same. Pulisic, everybody is complaining about the way we played and how the instruction were like, okay, stay there, don't do anything else. So, like, Pulisic had to pay the price. He did the opposite of the manager, what he asked him. He went to score against Real, and for the next month or 2, he was on the bench, punished, because you didn't do what I told you, even if you score goal by disobeying what I said. So you see, you got to punish if you don't do what the manager tells you to do. It's my way or no way. Now, you're giving Lukaku the benefit of the doubt. You think we can get something out of him. But for other players, you're going to bring their edge. You don't teach the old dogs new tricks. They are the same age as Jorginho. And if instructions from the manager is to play a different way, I don't want to see those backward. Even if you're going to lose the ball, hoop it. Just play progressive, try. I don't want to see it. You will see Jorginho topping the ball, trying something different, because he's good at his level. You can say whatever you want. He got some technical abilities. There is a reason why he's in that position, and we are watching him on TV. So, regardless of his age, I think if instructions from the manager were given, even Kovacic, if the manager tell him, hey, you have to cut those stupid dribbling yourself, play progressive football, or if you want to do your tricks, go inside the box. Because inside the box, you can get a penalty. Because you know how to dribble, you're going to get us a penalty. You can get a free kick just at the edge of the box, and it's going to benefit us. So if another manager comes with a new strategy and tell him to play different way, we can get something good out of something. So you have double standard of treating players.
Good. That is a great point to make. But I don't think so. You know why? Because we are talking about 2 players. One was given the chance many times to prove themselves, and there were times where they were horrible. Jorginho has single-handedly lost us games. but they were trusted and put back in there. And not much has changed because he goes back to playing the way he is playing all the time anyway. He single-handedly makes sure that the midfield is horrible. But I know the reason why I don't apply the same standard to Lukaku is that Lukaku has proven that he could actually score. In fact, he scored everywhere he went to. He was a great goal scorer. And that was his role and responsibility, and he did very well. Whereas the role and responsibility of a DM is to be able to defend, to be able to initiate attack, to be able to be positive, which Jorginho doesn't do. So his role is not a role that what he plays right now. He needs somebody to actually all the time, come and support him before he can shine. That is not a Premier League player. You cannot. The Premier League player has to be able to do 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 things, 1 or 2 things very, very well, to be able to constantly get the chance like he gets. He gets the chance all the time. All the managers will let everybody else go, even the ones that they spend a fortune on, in Lukaku, and yet let this man play. Even though his role as a DM, he's not the best in it at all in the whole wide world. Whereas Lukaku, when he came here, he was one of the best strikers in the whole world. So for me, I feel like that is the reason why Lukaku had to be given a chance in his mother team, in a team that has spent £100 million on him, and he wasn't given a chance because the coach was biased against him. That same coach was giving Jorginho chance here, chance there, even when Jorginho was losing his games. So the one was giving chances many times. And even as I speak to you, he still has been giving chance from the newest manager.
Okay, so let me add here. He was given a chance because he was following what the manager wanted back then. Like, if you tell somebody to do something and he's not doing it, most of the time they're going to get punished. But he's following instructions. I'm talking about tactics here. That's what he was asked to do. Like, do this, like I told you. Pulisic tried to disobey one time, even scored a goal, had the best game, got the man of the match, but still get punished because he didn't get instructions. He didn't listen to what he was told. So that means that for Jorginho, he's been following instructions, and that's why he's loved and keep playing, because he's doing exactly what the manager asked. Even if we lose, well, you did what I told you, you're going to get your reward, because if you keep doing what I'm telling you, I am confident about what I'm doing. But the problem is he doesn't have to disobey and get banned by the managers. So you have a new manager. If he gave you a different way, different instructions to do, and you do it, what is the problem? I was listening to what the other guy was telling me to do. That's why I was playing backward, sideways. Now the new manager comes to me and say, try to top the ball a little bit. Try to be direct. Even if you lose the ball, we still have time to defend. Somebody else is going to be there. And he starts doing it. Where is the problem?
The difference between, like I said before, and I'm going to pick just one statement from what I said before and then add maybe one more. The reason why I said before, what I said before was because one was given a chance and one wasn't, and that is a fact. And in football, because it's a results-based business, we almost forgot that Mount was horrible the last 2-3 months, but because the last two games he was great, he's now gotten his chance back, so he's playing. So for me, it is the managers and the way they saw it. And talking about Jorginho, and I know we keep talking about this guy all the time, but Jorginho's football under Sarri is the same he played under Tuchel. He has not changed, no matter what anybody tells him. Jorginho has not shown anything different from any instructions, and he's actually doing the same thing under Porter. Fine, you would say that it's a little bit positive. It's a little bit positive. You just said that I don't see it, but it's football sometimes is subjective. Because we are winning, we are not able to see it. But I told you that even the last 4 or 5 games he's played under Porter, 2 of them he was bullied. 1 of them he was actually taken out of the game. So for me, as a player, I don't see the change because it's a style, right? Now, you say that people should be asked to play in their natural position. Natural position also means that natural tendencies. Natural tendencies means that the way they are used to playing. When nobody is telling them what to do, what do they do? What do they naturally?
Well, if you look at his story back in Napoli when he met that what Sarri, if the guy who coached him for more than 5 years, who taught him a certain way of playing. So in his mind is that way, and Thomas Tuchel came and continued with the same way.
Yeah. You know why? Thomas Tuchel could continue? Because we all study football. We were in shambles back in the back line. Lampard was prolific when we go up front. We were scoring goals, but we were leaking goals. So besides the fact that you needed to resurrect the Rudigers and the rest so that they can make sure the back line was good, you also need somebody that has a sense of organization. And there is a sense that when you get the ball and you are able to distribute it, even though it's only 5 yards passes. I mean, when you watch Jorginho sometimes, and I don't want to go into the details of the play, he can give the ball back to the same person 3 or 4 times because he cannot do anything with the ball. He doesn't do anything with the ball. His role is so limited. What he can do with the ball is so limited. He doesn't turn around. He will have a ton of space in front of him. No, he will have to give it back to somebody and get rid of it. But that is neither here nor there. But that is the kind of game he has played under Sarri, under Lampard, under Tuchel, and even now under Potter. So he doesn't change. If you like that game, if you like that style, eventually that will show up, regardless of what you tell him. Because at the end of the day, that is why you pick one player over the other. The reason why you pick one player over the other is because you refer back to when all else is loose. What do? That's why people like when all else is gone. What do they do with the ball? That's why people like Rudiger. They know he's a no nonsense guy. When all else fails him, he just blasts the ball, or he'll come in with a force of attack. That is something that no coach has taught him. It is something that when you are developing your style, you develop it with. The style that Jorginho has developed with is a very, very, very calm, organized football from Italy.
I got you, bro. Let's just try to conclude this show.
Oh yeah, we will.
It was a pleasure, man, to help me. Come back tomorrow if you have time.
Oh, I will.
We have the pre-game show. We're gonna discuss about the lineup, and you're gonna get mad, and
you're
gonna break your TV and computer when you see Jorginho in the starting 11.
My missus has had me speaking in my room one time, and it's like, can you leave this Jorginho alone? And because he has helped me so much, and even she knows it.
Tell her that I'm with her.
Even she knows it. About a year ago, I said, let's sit down and write passes forward. She and I, and we did it for 5 games, and she knew what I was talking about. And she was like, well, that is what maybe the coach told him. And that's exactly what you were saying too. Maybe the coach told him to pass to the side and to the back. Anyway, thank you so much.
She's on my team.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, brother. See you tomorrow.
Thanks. It.
Bye. Okay, people, I'm going to have to leave. Thank you so much. On your way out, come on, man. Just one like. Why else is so stingy? You want us to win tomorrow? Like this video. I'll see you tomorrow for many, many games coming your way. And also go on the Green Turf YouTube channel. You're going to find some very good content over there. As always, God bless, good night or good day, whatever time it is in your country. I'll see you tomorrow before the W against Aston Villa, or after the W. Also, we're going to have another show to give you an opportunity to talk and express yourself. Blessings.
We ain't ever